and welcome to session 17 of Iron Gods. A little late off the ground due to some technical issues and sandwich requirement. We are ready to go for RPG MP3. Please join us on all of our social media gubbins. That's the Twitch, obviously, the Twitter, the Facebook, the Discord, the website, the goddamn everything. We're literally everywhere. We even have an Instagram where I post pictures of my ass. So, no, it's not pictures. Generally,
most places charge for those pictures, but not RPGMP3.com.
I'm starting an OnlyFans. Please come over. I'll post pictures of my ass if it gets me money to run this goddamn server. Shit. Okay, so it's working. Holy shit. Okay, has everybody had a good week? I have wine, so it's all good. And I'd just like to say, hold on, now we're on recording. I can do this again. My yellow-orange Trogdor t-shirt. Look at him. Consummate V's, people. Consummate V's.
Termination.
It's good. Okay, and there, in the background, Trogdor.
There was Leia in the background.
She's playing
I don't know, is that allergies or plague?
Are you going to keep that virus to yourself? Okay, so Leah is playing on her flight simulator, trying to catch up on flight hours she can no longer do because she's grounded because no one wants to sit in a plane with her because she might be rife with disease, or the guy before you might be rife with disease or something.
We're talking. We're still talking COVID, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Well, some disease. I mean, it's possible to catch any disease, I guess. I mean, it is possible.
You know, it's like of all the things that I grew up with in elementary school, the least of my concerns was cooties. You know,
I can't hear any of you. That's the best thing. Well,
he doesn't want to hear any of us.
Don't want to hear them.
Leia on the right.
and you can't hear.
Hello.
I can. Oh yeah, that's true. I don't need to hear them. I know the shit they're going to say for the next 4 hours.
Nonsense! Total
It was
utter nonsense.
We saw Whit earlier in the week. We had a drive party where we stayed far
Hey,
away.
Whitney, so you remember that jar? So we finished the whiskey. So I refilled it because it still had the cinnamon stick and the awesome apples, and I refilled it with Jack and some simple syrup, and it's fucking awesome.
Ah, that sounds so good.
I feel so bad for crashing a plate full of people.
That's a key ingredient to a good pilot, right?
Yeah.
No, to be fair, the fucking instructions didn't tell me how to take flaps up. It's just like, hit 2 to take flaps down. And I'm like, that's great. How the fuck do I get them back up? Didn't know that, so I had to figure it out. And as I was figuring it out, I nosedived.
You've got to tickle them right.
Yeah.
It's generally how it works with flaps, right?
See, if it was a real airplane, it would be way easier.
Yeah. You'd be more
Right?
motivated.
Which says it would be easier if it was a real plane. Because then there's a button that says flaps.
No,
right?
actually, then it's just more terrifying. It's more terrifying because if you actually crash, you're fucked.
But it'll probably be quick.
Because then you die.
Oh my god. Whitney, you want to go flying this summer?
Yes?
He says yes.
Yes.
When the world stops ending, you should come with.
Yes.
Says yes.
So in 2 weeks, when this whole thing's over with, right?
Yes, in 2 weeks. No
Michigan just extended the outage until the end of April.
Yeah, ours is through the end of the month at least, and they canceled school, in-person school through the end of the school year.
Yeah, well, Washington State and Michigan are the two hotbeds, along with New York, obviously. But
yeah. But we're getting
they're
our curve's looking a lot better.
They're looking at work back early June at the earliest at this point.
Yeah, we'll see how soon my business can reopen stores and bring people back, or if I have to actually search for
you,
a job.
dude. Our fingers across.
Yeah.
All the crossed fingers.
All the crossed fingers. Everyone should employ Thing to do things. You can do
In
voiceover work.
Yes, mister.
I gotta say, my wonderful new DVD player arrived today, and I opened it and I'm like, why the fuck am I buying a DVD player? Of all the things, a DVD player.
Why? Why'd you buy it?
So I have a bunch of DVDs that are region 2, and I used to have a DVD player that was regionless. And then I realized I had all these DVDs when I was packing that I couldn't play anymore. And I was like, I'm going to get one of those. So I bought one, and I plugged it in today to the television, turned it on, looked great, doing good. Turned around to get a DVD to test it with, and then realized they'd packed them all and they're in the storage unit.
That sounds about right.
That's amazing.
Forming the idea to actually seeing it through, and was thwarted at the very last step.
And one more time, that COVID's fucked you right there.
Yeah.
That's right.
God damn it, it's packed all my DVDs in storage. Fuck that virus. So
why did it decide to make you sell your house?
Lots of buffering, but I think that might be his connection, not mine. Has anybody else seen buffering on Twitch?
Doesn't seem to be. It just a normal little bit of lag. What's the little bottle with?
I made hand sanitizer.
Ooh. Out of super glue?
Across the journey from Denver to Houston, I found aloe vera and rubbing alcohol. So I and various small bottles that I had and put them in here and made little hand sanitizers.
Nice. Yeah, one of the small distilleries near me just started making hand sanitizer because a lot of people were looking for it, and they're like,
"Oh,
we've got alcohol."
When this all began, maybe about a month ago, somebody in Houston was making botched hand sanitizer, and a kid put it on, and all of his skin was like roasted. It had like first, second degree burns. It made the news. It was on some.
You'd be surprised at how bad a kid or even an adult can get burned with just lemon juice out in the sun. And I'm not talking prolonged exposure either. I'm talking 5 minutes.
No, he just made some. I don't know what he made it out of, but a kid had an allergic reaction and made it in the news, and it was pretty bad.
There's a lot of bad stuff you can't mix, and like if you're not used to distilling, there's all sorts of aldehydes and stuff that you do not want on or in your body that come out in part of that stuff.
Yeah, actually, at first I thought I would be able to just use hand lotion and rubbing alcohol, and then I called my husband, who also has a degree in chemical engineering because he likes to mix things that go boom. And and
say that louder,
like,
so
you can't mix that. It won't work anymore, Whitney.
Yeah.
I was like, so that's whenever we were like, okay, aloe vera and rubbing alcohol.
So just use lye, and once you have no skin, it doesn't have to be sanitized or softened.
Yes, the only problem is that I'm worried that the FBI is going to catch on to my search history. And they're going to be like, so you clearly have a stash of dead bodies somewhere. And I'm be like, no, I'm just one of those people that want to know, like, why serial killers are so stupid.
That's why you lotion.
It puts my lotion on a book.
Just tell them you're an author writing a book and doing research. There
you go.
That's right. That works.
But
Hey, Hal, would I be able to roll for survival if we're trying to find the weak points of this castle?
You're trying to find what in this castle?
Like weak points in the castle where we can try to dummy it up, like so if we don't get raided again overnight or something.
You mean like the massively crumbled wall and?
Well, yeah, basically.
If something tries to come through that way, we'd probably hear it. But yeah,
I got an echo from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm hearing it too. Might be Wit because she's got the only one with a speaker and mic.
I had a little bit of an echo until I remembered to mute Twitch.
Oh, well, I'll have that on.
Nope,
I guess that's where our echo was coming from.
Maybe.
Mystery solved.
That's why I keep my using my headset rather than trying to go off the speakers because way too many environmental noises around.
Environmental noises. It's a bit warm in my house though, so my ears are kind of warm. Oh, good. Good job, that little.
Yeah, we got up to like in the 50s today. It was pretty.
Oh no! The 50s. I wish we were down in the 50s thing. I really do. We're not going to see that again until December.
It was 30. It was 35 and snow
right now.
It was 35 and snowing this morning.
Wow.
We were 70 yesterday.
It's currently 62 outside, apparently.
Oh wow! Hang on. According to the internet, we're 70 outside, Whit.
It's so nice.
And it's basically dark.
Ooh, hey. You want to see a thing I did?
Yes.
This is a project I started on. Oh, I'm going to... Actually, I should send it to you in Messenger.
Oh.
You can't do that. You can't tease the internet and then be like...
I love my name occasionally.
Here, I mean, I can put it somewhere else.
Yeah, you know, people say...
Just saying, if you're going to share it, you're going to put it in the Discord or somewhere so people can see it, or the Twitch chat.
Nice.
I'm not looking because no. See, Tim was trying his level best to start the game.
Yeah.
Apparently not. It failed.
Oh, let's do it.
Somebody want to do a synopsis of the previous session?
Maybe.
Sure. We were traveling from the town of Torch to the town of, well, town/gang infested area of Scrapwall, intending to go to Aldronard's grave first because we were told that would be a good place to stop and make camp and assess things, and probably safe because it's an old fort that has some Saranites, or Knights of Saran Ray, there.
Sorry.
In the middle of our journey, we ran across a armored figure being attacked by two steel snake-like robot things. And apparently we decided the robots were the problem and helped destroy them. And then this mopey man with tentacly squiddy face.
Which we thought was a human knight at first.
Yeah, well, you know, he showed his face, and it wasn't any more disturbing than...
He's very tall.
Yeah, it wasn't more disturbing than most meat bags, but he had an unusually large axe or two, I believe, and seemed fairly competent in combat. And he related how he was foraging for food and camped nearby, and apparently he likes to put himself in danger for others. So I figure that's a good trait for me, at least. And so we said, hey, you look trustworthy. You want to come with us to Scrapwall and Aldronard's grave? And he said, sure. So we all bundled the snake corpses into our trusty cart pulled by our two mules and headed up to Aldronard's grave, where we found a couple of guys up on the wall going, yeah, we had the plague. Do not come in. And we're like, hey, we're not afraid of plague. Let us on in.
I'm getting an echo. Echo. It's not me.
Probably not me.
It's not me.
I was on mute, so I just took myself off mute to say this.
Yeah, probably that weird.
Hey!
Just saying, you're the only one that doesn't echo, so I'm guessing it's possibly you.
This is true, and I do hear all of y'all echoing.
Echoing in and out, and in and out.
That is a big headset right there. Look at that. Now you look like you're going snowboarding.
Right?
Hello? Better! It was you. Congratulations.
Let's see. So the guards finally invited us in, and Bill led the way as his custom because I stopped at the gate because that's my custom to let him go first.
Looks dangerous. You go first.
So he got about, you know, a little ways in, and Iketsu?
We just call it Ketsu.
Yes. When, with sudden inevitable betrayal, one of the guard meat bags let go of the winch holding up the portcullis, and it started to fall down. So Kiernan was too far to bother running back, but Iketsu decided to dash through the gate and ended up pinned beneath it with it piercing him.
To clarify, he was in, but he tried to escape, leaving me to my doom.
Well,
but,
yes.
You know, it's just a minor detail.
Hey, you were trying to get out too, but you're like, oh, looks like the meat bag got the.
No, I was too far. I was too far. I couldn't have made it.
Actually, Bill tried to escape.
Yeah.
Bill did. He's like, oh, I can't get out of here. Oh, F.
Well, and I'm still not sure if you were trying to escape or just trying to hurl yourself under the gate in some sort of self-sacrifice way, because you say you're kind of into that.
Oh, I was self-sacrificing to get everybody trying to get out, but I ended up getting stuck. That's the story I'm gonna stick with.
I've never bench pressed a Poculus before. Yeah, little girly man.
So then the rest of the people we'd come to know as Smilers came around with their big faces with mouths cut open like jokers and strips of flesh hanging all over the place. Basically Reavers with crappy pistols came in. We had a battle. I threw some spells. We finally defeated them. Decided to check out the place. We found the 4 of the former inhabitants tied up in a room. The captain, who's a half elf, and 3 humies. And then we explored the rest of the place. We found some nice campfires with strips of roasting human flesh, we believe. And then we found the locked chapel, which we unlocked. We saw the ghost in there that we'd heard about earlier, and we decided to nope out of that for the moment. And
well, it was to be clear, it was really, really hard to see. Kiernan was the only one that saw it, and that was with a 30.
Well, yeah. And like I'm just trusting you that you actually saw something, but because we heard there's a ghost here before, when Whit told us all the infinite knowledge she has of this place, apparently.
Yeah, she nailed it on the description. She probably knows how many bricks were used to make it, and
I know the exact geological makeup of the rocks that are in the bricks.
I did my theological dissertation. It's very.
Yeah. There you go.
So I believe we decided to at least stay here the night, and the Saranites offered to let us camp here and use it as a base. And we were going to try and help them out with setting up. And they told us that the Smilers came because the Lords of Rust have been angered, and they're trying to curry favor with that. And apparently somebody killed one of the Lords of Rust agents that was sent out, some pink-haired androidy lady that so we might be responsible for some of their problems. And they knew something about the Lords of Rust.
She's got a big toy in her mouth.
They have a leader called Hellion. There's a troll called Hellscrag. Some sort of half-orc cleric. Zagminder, which is a 4-armed beast, and an Etten chain wielder of some sort.
Their members include a violent troll named Hellscrag, a half-orc cleric named Nalakai, a mysterious 4-armed monster known as Zagmander, a chain-wielding Etten named Drags, and an orc barbarian named Kulgara. And until recently, there was a 6th lord, a purple-haired priestess who served Helion. But she was recently slain, thus increasing their anger and having them lash out and attempt to push out beyond and potentially knock off people in the surrounding area.
So that's Helion with like 1 L, or Hellion with
2 L's. It's Helllion.
Okay.
You know?
I guess it's Hellion.
There's such thing as 4-ply tools.
I like a Helion.
So is he trying to be like?
It sounds cooler.
Whit, we still hear you.
Tell them to stack up and play.
Is that like,
Is it muted now?
No.
It's probably coming through your laptop mic or something still. From before you plugged in the headset.
So you can hear me through the headset now.
Yes.
Yep.
And now you hear me through the laptop?
Yeah, I think we're always hearing you from the laptop.
Oh, that's the echo.
Paper, so then you're gonna have to use it as currency.
Now she's muted.
So
am I actually muted now?
No.
I was gonna say,
you can mute yourself in Discord if you really want to be quiet. But
Yeah,
It
use
was
the
just-
Discord mute. It's-
Isaac came in here to tell me, Mom, did you know that there's such thing as 4-ply toilet paper?
I didn't know it existed.
Yes, you can
Just tell him take
split it.
4 sheets of 1-ply, Isaac, and you're all set.
Well, you can separate it and make 2-ply, and have twice as much.
Right, or 3-ply and 1-ply.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now he is going to sit down and play some Mega Man.
Ooh.
Very good classic.
Yeah, I'm definitely hearing an echo.
Yeah, it's on Wit's End.
Yeah, I think it's because your laptop mic and speakers are still working through the thing. So
Weird. Wait, do you have Roll20's audio set to off?
Let me check.
Because
That should be video only.
Okay, then you should be set. But actually, she sounds fine right now for me.
Yeah, same here.
She's always sound fine to me.
But.
Did you just figure out what it is?
No. I think it's you.
There's something about Wit.
Blame it on the woman.
Just saying. Another one that there's 2 of. But it's all good. It seems fine now.
Okay.
So how did
We're getting an echo
those
anymore.
knights tell us where that they infiltrated it? The Smilers?
What? Do you want to ask them?
Did the knights that were guarding this rundown castle, did they inform us where the Smilers attacked? How they got inside the castle?
Would you like to ask them?
I think they said they came through this broken wall up here in the upper right. All the rubble and crumble.
Yeah, I seen her. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. So I actually have a mute button on my headset that's on right now, and it is not working apparently. All right then. So yeah, I thought they said that they had snuck in at night. I thought. So I don't know if they even know where they got in at.
Hmm.
That'd be
I mean,
a problem
they
for us if they
raided-
come back again.
They raided at night, yes.
Yeah, this place
Well,
doesn't
part
have
of-
enough security yet.
Part of the recap was we had offered to potentially help do some make holes and clean up their stable and a couple areas with the fire damage and the rock
I mean,
damage, right?
the stable was basically completely burnt down.
Yeah, I think make holes not going to work because consensus seems to be that a building is a entire unit. So unless you can encompass the entire building, you can't actually fix it with make hole.
Is that the consensus, or is it about entire bricks and then it's different bricks you need to make whole?
Well, if you do entire bricks, then I have to cast it 4,000 times and cast it individually on each brick to make each brick good, and then make the wall.
Make hole. Make hole. Okay, I gotta wait a
Make
couple
a hole.
But I mean, whichever way you want to interpret, I'm happy. If you want to make it more useful, I am easily down with that.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to make whole build walls because then it becomes far too much utility spell and takes away from other spells that are designed for making walls.
Okay, so I need to get to where I can do the sculpt stone and all that other stuff, I guess.
I mean, that's those spells are for, right? It's for doing crap like this. So I would hate to say this spell's really for fixing like the hole in your pot. It's not for like.
Oh, that's like
building
mending.
entire castle.
There's
I mean,
a
it's not
hole
what
in
you-
my bucket.
I mean, I
can-
Liza, dear Liza,
I
there's a
can do a 40 cubic foot object, so it better be a pretty good pot if I'm bringing a
hole.
make hole on.
Right?
It's more of a pool.
The Dwarven fermenter.
Yeah, right, the hell of a thing. I mean, that's a 40-foot object. That's a house, right?
So if they have a
could probably-
anything smaller, if I can fix doors or something for them, I'll
So
Fair enough.
what's the consensus on the internet? You'd have to do the entire castle for it to work.
It seems to be the way. I mean, unless you've got like sections of wall that are separate.
Which you kind of do here.
Yeah.
I mean, mean, I could let you fix sections of wall with make whole, I think. I don't think that would be bad, but it would take a lot of castings to do it here, I think.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going to stay here a couple days, I could switch out and memorize it multiple times and overcast it once at 80 square feet.
Ooh, 80 square feet.
It's pretty
So,
big.
shall we say you're helping fix up the place?
Well, it seems to be a way to win favor with meat bags and
Protect them because they're soft on the outside.
yes, and on the inside it appears too. But, I would also like to inquire about their ghost, which we've heard of and apparently Kiernan has seen.
Yes, yes, Lord Aldronard. He is, he haunts the chapel. It's why we locked it up. He can be violent.
Yes.
I think he's confused, but mostly he only becomes active at night. You may see an occasional flit of him, but generally he'll only confront you at night in the chapel.
Yeah.
Has anybody tried to deal with him, or do you not want him destroyed as a ghost and that's why he's
No,
locked away?
it is a great honor for him to be an undead creature. I'm certain his soul is in great torment. It would be a great service if he was laid to his final rest. But it has been tried before, but no one has yet succeeded.
Did he go away and come back, or did people fail to?
Some people think they have killed him, so to speak, driven him out, but he always returns.
So the classic unfinished business with his wife or his mission that he was like, what's her face died and people sent me away and I couldn't fight her.
I can't talk to that, sir. You're clearly more learned than I am in the areas of laying ghosts to rest. If you would like to give that a try, I'm certain we would be more than happy for you. And Lord Aldronard would be very ecstatic once he regains his faculties.
How long ago was he killed?
Very long time.
Didn't he commit suicide?
Yes, it was like hundreds of years he jumped off the top.
Okay, so his wife is dead, or his intended wife is dead. The people that sent him away is dead. If he needs forgiveness or to resolve that, we would have to resurrect one of them, or somebody would have to pose as them to say, hey, we forgive you for abandoning us, dear sweet love of my life.
Dear sweet love of my life.
I mean, if anybody knew what the his lady looked like, we could try that route, but because subterfuge seems to work with, meat bags, and ghosts can't be any more.
I like that. Subterfuge seems to work with meat bags.
Well, and ghosts can't think any better than they were when they were alive, so he's probably pretty easy to fool. But
well, I mean, that's possibly true. I mean, he's been a ghost for a good while at this point.
So if we, doll up Wit to look like his beloved, if there's, tales of what she looked like or something, or whatever, and she says, well, no, I forgive you for leaving me and letting me get killed.
Doesn't Wit know a lot about religion? Can she tell us anything about it?
She I thought she rolled an Act 20.
Yeah,
she knows the story of this place.
Okay.
Which names the people, but doesn't give very accurate descriptions.
And I'm guessing they don't have any portraits or anything.
Not here. Not here at all.
Do we know why that do we know why that he's haunting this specific church? Was there any significance?
Where he committed suicide.
Oh, because I thought you said he jumped off a cliff, but no. So
I think he
actually
jumped off the walls here.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, this was essentially his home where he was stationed here, essentially.
Gotcha. I thought he said it was a cliff.
stopped here on the way back from the Crusades and received news.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Now, did you say that he's only active at night?
Was dead.
It sounded like mostly at night.
Does he ever, when we're talking nights, does he ever venture outside the chapel?
No, generally you'll only encounter him in the chapel. I believe he haunts there as a because of his tie to Our Lady.
So you'd probably like your chapel back, and
I like that. Probably like a chapel back. Sure, be nice, thanks.
I mean, if we were to clear it, it sounds like the contingent of Sarenrae worshippers might increase. I mean, they basically all but abandoned this outpost because of this tainted chapel. Is that not true?
or because it's not important anymore.
Yeah, I mean, if this were to be re-sanctified, I bet they would invest in this area a little bit more heavily and maybe drive out these bandits a little bit, or at least help. So it sounds like it might boost the area as opposed to just...
I mean, if we want to try and kill him, I could possibly manage like Ghostbane Dirge spontaneously tomorrow, or I can also memorize the cantrip for what is it, the one that does ghosts? Disrupt Undead. But it sounds like that's failed before and he's just returning.
Well, one thing we could do if we really want to know is go in there during the day, right, and find any clues.
Well, that's true.
If we really want to investigate.
As a novice, is there a rule in Pathfinder that during the day we wouldn't run into the ghost in there? Is that what you're saying?
I think they said the Knights just said he's mostly shows up.
He's mostly active at night, is what the Knights told us.
Sorry, I missed that. Okay.
He mostly comes out at night. Mostly.
Mm-hmm.
There's that what if.
Mostly.
Well, wait, if you want to give me a roll on religion,
me?
That would be the skill that deals with undead.
Hey, I have a rank in there.
Drink an entire wine, we regret it terribly.
All right. Knowledge, religion.
Oh wow!
Knowledge,
how did I roll?
John.
Oh, I got a 17.
You got 17. So you understand ghosts reasonably well. It's possible for them to exhibit all kinds of eccentricities. It's very common for ghosts, if you destroy them physically with violence, that they will reform over time. A lot of them tend to be tied to places. They're also very difficult to lay down.
What if we just burn down the chapel?
You mean like remove the place, remove the spirit?
Just asking,
right?
It's not a totally bogus idea, but I feel like we would like to preserve the structure.
That would probably lose some favor with our current hosts.
Oh, I mean, I'm not like, or we could go in there and find something that he's tied to. Is it like a book, a journal, a letter from
Was this where his betrothed was?
Yeah.
Or is this just where
it has something to do with the woman he loves, right?
She was killed.
Yes. So let me reiterate the tale. So Aldronard was a crusader. He went north to Mendev to fight in the World Wound and defeat the demons.
Theoretically noble.
So he settled down at the fort for resupplying and resting and all of that stuff. He was a devout paladin of Sarenrae from Andoran. He traveled north to aid in the Second Crusade. He served for several years, and when the crusade came to an end, he was eager to return home and marry his beloved Justinia. While stopping over at the fort on his journey south, he received a letter from Justinia's father, Aredian, informing him that his love had died during an attack on the farm by raiders. Aredian's bitter, tersely worded missive made it clear that he blamed Aldronard, both because Justinia had been pining for him and refusing to leave her family home to start a new life, and because Aldronard hadn't been at the farm to protect her. Basically, he took it hard and jumped off the highest tower of the fort, and that's that. And now he's a ghost, and now bad luck haunts this place.
Do we know where that farm is at?
No
His
idea.
loved one was at?
It's in Mendev.
How far is
away.
that?
It's far.
Hundreds of miles, not
It's
thousands.
countries to the south of you.
You said south of us, or I'm sorry, Hal, you broke out.
It's south of you. It's a few countries to the south of
Oh,
you.
okay, so we can't get to it like today if we wanted to.
Right.
Not today.
Probably,
No, things are not powerful.
he probably either needs forgiveness from Justinia or Heredian.
Or the father needs to convince him that he doesn't blame him anymore, and so we would need to know what the father looks like, or Justinia looks like.
I mean, if his mind is truly addled, any woman in the appropriate cultural garb for that era might pass for Justinia or a guy for Eridan. I mean, I assume Tatia is our best at convincing people of things, although you're probably a good bluffer too if you want to just
I'm a good bluffer, and I can turn myself. I have a racial ability.
Oh yeah, so you wouldn't even need my hat.
Right.
Or we could just go in there during the day and just look around.
We could see if there's any.
Yeah, there might be paintings in there, or
something.
a portrait or something that he was pining over, sad with. That might be at the top of the tower, because it's likely he was looking at that just before he jumped. So we'd have to climb, either go in through the inside or climb on the outside and get there during the day.
What time is it during the day? Do we know? Is it close to?
Right now, we haven't rested yet, so it's coming on for evening.
Well, why don't we go ahead and rest up then, and we check it out tomorrow morning? I think it sounds like we've got a plan.
Sounds good. And I'm going to swap out.
Wait, you guys got hurt?
I think I was the only one that got hurt. I got the door slammed on top of me. So.
And the cat got hurt.
So Aldronard committed suicide roughly 80 years ago.
Oh, wow. So there's probably nobody linked to the story that would be around anymore to physically bring in to reconnect.
Well, except for maybe an old elf that happens to be the commander, but I think we've already asked him. He didn't know, right? Oh, half elf? Okay.
Come here, Ty.
They still live to 150 or something, right? So
something like that.
Kitty.
So Hal, he didn't know either of these people, right?
He's heard the stories and he's seen the ghost a little, but he's not.
Okay.
He's not been here that long. He's heard the tales. Everybody who comes here is warned about this stuff, but they're not. He's not really interacted with the ghost, other than to see a kind of glimpses of the ghost.
So with Tatia, I don't know. This isn't my wheelhouse. This is Kiernan speaking in character, right?
Do it. Speak in character.
What would be the ghost's torment? What would be the source of his torment? Does he feel bad that he believed her father, that he was responsible for her dying, or is it because he committed suicide and that's sacrilege to Sarenrae? Like, does he need to be forgiven by a priest of Sarenrae, or what do you think?
I think the best way to find out is to ask, but I think we might be able to find some more clues just in case. It might be easier for us to communicate with him if we've got a little bit more information. And so if we snoop around, we could check things out. But honestly, I think it could be either or. I could imagine him being devastated over the feeling of guilt that even though the dad may or may not have been right, that he still feels like he could have been responsible, because if she loved him and stayed there, she stayed there because of him, and that's why she died. So, I mean, the dad still has a point. I think, honestly, that talking to him is probably going to feel that best, because whatever he's been pining over and obsessing over, he's going to remember it, because it's the whole reason he's attached here. He's at least going to have some kind of memory. You understand? Like, you see what I'm saying?
It's just that if we ask him and things go south because he sees us as, a problem or goes into a fit, I mean, we don't have a plan B, right? It's sort of like he's just going to attack if we don't have a plan to.
Well, we should have a plan B.
Or the other plan B is not going there at all.
Plan B is to.
If it's the Knights of Sarenrae that sent him away from his betrothed when she, and so he wasn't there when she died, could he not also harbor resentment against them?
Possibly.
So
and that might be why Sarenrae's cursed, because he's lost faith, right?
If does he particularly attack Sarenites or people, the knights in here, or?
The story is that he essentially haunts the chapel. Nothing seems to be consistent. Some people can spend time there praying and never see him. So some people can spend no time and he'll attack. His attention is mercurial.
Okay. All right.
I unfortunately don't have access to much magic that would.
The thing I can tell you from the stories is that he is grief-stricken, and often there are people who report that he calls out for his beloved.
Honestly, maybe he would relate better if I tried to talk to him, and then we come up with some sort of plan B. Do we think it might be seen as threatening if... Okay, well... That's what I want to do. And I also want to check out the inside of this place. It sounds like...
And what religion is he attached to? Or this chapter?
He's a Sarenite. Also, he's like us. He is one of our paladins. It has been said that paladins who enter there do actually become the target of his wrath.
Oh, okay. Well, thankfully none of us are paladins.
So yeah, but the thing is that if we had, I think, a knowledge history maybe, or a knowledge geography, basically what would be a lady in waiting's garb from that country of the world?
A lady in waiting.
Yeah.
Or whatever his betrothed was.
Like the country she was from, what would be the clothing, so we would know what to roughly change into. Right?
Oh, I'm sure I've got something. I have got all of the clothes.
Well, I mean, but I had.
You got your armbands of clothing.
True.
Yeah, and we have a habit of disguise, and I can turn myself into whomever as well. So.
Yeah, so if one of you want to disguise yourself as Justinia and do, oh, my true love, I forgive you, for it was not your fault. Be at peace. That might.
I am at peace. Come back to Sarenrae. I'll be waiting for you. I forgive you, and then he'll be anxious to fade and go to the light. All is well.
Go to the light.
And if not, then we have to fight him with magic, but apparently that will not.
That's the plan B.
For long.
Yes, that's plan B. Like they say in Twitch, plan B is hit things.
How many?
1.1.
How many knights survived the torture? How many knights did we save? It's like 4.
4. The captain is a half elf, and 3 others that were human, I believe.
Yes. Correct.
So I'm going to change my spells out, or well, at least my cantrips, and I'll memorize Disrupt and Dead in place of Jolt for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to set up a watch just in case the Smilers come back?
Probably.
Do we want to set up any traps to like alarm us if they come back here during the night?
Are you skilled at making traps?
Well, no. I mean, a piece of rope and some metal on it, it's good enough. They hit it, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I can make noisemakers and stuff if we have the gate down. Plus, remember, they think that this place is still under their control. They're just going to come up boldly and say, "Oi, Roger, open the gate."
And
Right?
we're gonna say,
Roger.
"Eat my." I spilled my wine everywhere. It just went burp, and it's like all across my computer now. Whoopsies.
Wiping us.
Yeah. Lock the keyboard so that when you wipe the
Eat my douche.
Douche.
Gross.
She anti-COVIDed her.
Eat my stardust.
Chat says that's alcohol abuse, by the way.
I do currently have one make whole memorized, so I would probably like to cast that on something that looks like I could actually fix a door or whatever.
Sections of wall you think you can help repair.
Okay, just so I can.
You fill in a section of wall that is in need of repair, or fix a door or whatever.
Yeah.
The stables, I don't think the stable is beyond make whole, but you have to have most of the material left.
Mm.
So it's burnt to ash. Would it fix that?
Well, might not fix it, but it would clean it, right? I don't know if it's completely destroyed. Does it make whole work? No, right?
I don't know. I think you have to have the materials left, right? Or at least the majority of it.
Let's see. It functions as mending, except it repairs a D6 damage per level, so it'd be 4d6 damage to it.
So yeah, completely destroyed is probably more than
True.
that.
But it can fix magic items.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'll let you fix walls where the stones are lying around. That seems like a fair thing.
Yeah, because then if you do the upper, like the only outer walls that are damaged is really the north section, right? Because the chapel's okay.
I think there's some little bits
even magic items and stuff are composites of multiple things composing that item usually.
Right.
Yeah, and make whole works on like flintlock weapons and things that are complex machinery. So it's a matter of. But again, I think, at least I thought, if it has the broken condition, you can fix it. But if it's got the destroyed condition, I don't know if make whole works.
It does. Well, I mean, even mending will fix the broken condition if it can do the items.
Okay, cool.
It'll repair damage. If the thing was a construct, it wouldn't even matter what size it is. So if we could somehow turn this fortress into a construct, it would be super. But I think that's beyond me at the moment.
Oh, it says make whole can fix destroyed magic items at 0 hit points or less.
Yeah.
So that makes sense that even if it's completely gone. I mean,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So maybe you can fix part of the stable.
Yeah, either that or part of the outer wall there that's
I think the outer wall's probably your focus, right?
That's probably the priority. Otherwise, he'll cast make whole, and all of a sudden, horses are resurrected as these evil android sentient things, and oh my god, it went horribly wrong.
Or horribly right.
What do you mean it went wrong? It's totally what I intended.
I mean, I could, if I want to sacrifice all my 3rd level spells tomorrow, I could memorize it 3 times.
Right. Do you want to do that?
I probably should keep 1 or 2 combat spells in case we have to fight a ghost. Or what do you guys think?
I think all of us have 2 chances to hit it, Jack and shit. So, I mean, I think you and Whit are the only 2, you and Tati are the only 2 that are going to be able to, unless we have some kind of magical buff, like magic weapon or something.
Don't you have a magic weapon?
No, do I? I don't like mine as magic.
Oh.
No, it's just material.
No,
it's masterwork, and it's an adamantine drukite.
Yeah, he spent money on the wang materials rather than.
Okay, so how about
I'd spend money on the wang too.
Well, actually, my my armor. If I run at it and bash it, I mean, maybe that works. Right?
Okay.
My weapon's magical.
Compromise.
Oh, it is? Then you go in first.
So as a compromise, I will focus all my 2nd level spells on make whole, and I will swap out enlarge person for magic weapon for tomorrow, so I can magic your weapon if we go and do.
You could imagine.
I mean, we could also just go in there during the day. He may not even do anything.
Well, yeah,
us.
I mean, we should check it out during the day, but we need to probably go at night to actually confront him. So reconnaissance day, confrontation in the night, repair, party.
Cool.
Party.
Do we need a set watch just in case the smilers come back?
That would probably be wise.
So how do we, when we rest at night, how long do we have to rest to get spells and hit points back?
Oh, you'll get back your level in hit points if you rest. And then you will get back all of your spells once you've rested for 8 full hours, and then you are, what are you? You have no spells. Everyone else learns spells in the morning generally.
Has it been a week since I bought my ring of sustenance? Because we traveled for 4 days.
Let's say yes, okay.
Okay, so I need an hour.
But you're down for a few days too, right?
Yeah. So I need an hour to get back my spells.
Oh, wow.
So, let me do some rolling. Hold on.
Rolling.
All right, your night passes uneventfully and the morning arrives.
Yay!
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
And
What
you
are you
wake up with
doing?
a horse head in your bedroll.
Say hello to my little friend. Okay, so we got the spells is picked out.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. So it is now the morning. We shall get a good breakfast, eat our Wheaties, and then prepare our plan. To be nice, I think we will let the priests know that we are intending to go in. I don't think that they're going to oppose that idea. And it just so happens I know exactly how the southwest lock works.
I bet they have a key since they're willing to let us try and put the men to rest too.
Possibly.
You're going to help Lord Aldronard? We are very grateful.
That is our intended goal.
We're hoping that the church.
Some kind? Or
Well,
priests?
we're hoping that the Church of Sarenrae will value this place and establish more of a post or a more of a military presence to help in the area.
I'm sure that this fort was used during the Crusades as a layover point. I'm not sure that we would reinforce it, but it might be possible with the ghost gone to actually rebuild the temple.
Excellent.
Hello again, Whit.
Hello.
So
I had a
morning
potty, sorry.
foray into the temple and then prepare for evening ghost confrontation.
Evening ghost confrontation. So what the hell? I'm interested to see what the plan for the ghost is. That's going to make me laugh hard.
I think we tart up Wit or Kiernan as a woman of whatever country she was supposed to be from.
You're gonna make Kiernan look like a woman of Mendev.
Well, apparently
he's got the skills. Like, honestly, let's go ahead and compare to see which one of us has the better odds in a situation like that.
Well, he's got changed self or whatever, so he can do the same thing my hat can do.
Alter self.
Or we could just snoop around and find out what's actually inside the chapel.
Well, yeah. I mean, we should do that first, probably.
I do have bluff.
I believe that would be the appropriate skill in this. I do not have bluff.
Bluff, diplomacy.
I have bluff at +8.
Nobility.
I really suck at bluff. Not as bad as I suck at sense motive and.
Alexander apparently was a C49 pleasure bot before he was reprogrammed.
Oh no, I have no diplomacy and no bluff, so yeah, count me out.
Yeah, I'm at -2 on both of those skills.
You've got like 2 skill points.
Yeah, I have an 8 on bluff.
I'm -2 on diplomacy and bluff, and -5 on sense motive.
I think, well, your bluff is a little higher than mine. Would you like to try it out?
I
think it's the daytime right now, so what are you doing in the day?
Well, check out the chapel.
Go into the chapel
and we're gonna get married. Go, come on! I thought you were singing with me, thing.
Now, did you have some device that allowed you to clothing, Tatia? Because that might be the
sleeves.
Hold on, sorry, I missed your question. What was that?
You have sleeves or a magic item that lets you change your clothing. So
yeah,
if we can do like put our heads together and do an aid on knowledge history, or is it knowledge geography? One of the two, that we would find out what would Mendev clothing look like. Like, what would this woman, if we make her like sufficiently. Yeah, this is gonna be tough.
Well, I'm betting you're only have to get a little close, because this guy was a meatbag, so his brain doesn't work so good. He died horribly, and now he's a tormented ghost, so he probably doesn't think too well. You get in the ballpark, and he might believe it.
Right. That's my hope anyway. So,
I mean,
I think you might have a better chance, Whit, just because you might get to be more of a persuasion, chit-chatty type of thing. But even though my bluff is higher, I don't know if it lets me change my voice that much. I can change my gender, and I can appear like anybody. Please change.
Actually, you can't.
What's that?
Technically, rules as written, a fetchling isn't a humanoid. You're technically an outsider. Right. So you could change yourself into a solar angel, but you can't actually make yourself an elf.
Oh, she was an elf?
Oh, well, no, she wasn't, but he can't make himself a human either.
Oh. See, I can make myself a human, because I'm a humanoid.
It says I can assume of any creature.
No. It's as disguised self, right?
Well, no, it acts... A fetchling can use disguise self per day as a spell-like ability. He can assume the form of any humanoid creature.
Oh, okay. Is that specific to humanoids? Spell-like abilities. Okay, you're good. Then you can become a human. You can. But disguise self does nothing for your voice.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Cute dog, Whit. Or...
Who have you got? Who's that one?
It's a dog. It's a dog that looks like a cat.
Yeah.
It is not a dog. It's a cat that looks like a cat. Is that your cat?
It is, Mikey.
It's a Russian spy that looks like a cat.
This is Totoro.
Totoro. Oh.
Also, this is
my neighbor.
Cat. This is my cat.
Hello, Isaac.
You're not supposed to be on. Go.
This is my cat.
Go. Bye.
I want my cat.
Go.
Okay, but tell them that that's
Isaac.
Dog kitty. Kitty dog.
Oh, cat. It's that weird cartoon where there was a dog and a cat stuck together.
Yeah. Where they had no ass.
Very weird.
Cat dog.
I'm guessing it just shat out of the mouth of one of the ends. Maybe they took it in turns, like dog ate and cat like vomited up his shit and vice versa.
That or it's magic.
It's disgusting.
But if the dog vomited up the food, then the dog would eat it. So.
Right. Oh yeah, that's true. So yeah, that's fair. So dog could eat, cat could vomit up the shit, and then dog would eat the shit again.
Exactly.
That's horrifying. It's like a terrible version of Human Centipede with cats.
I was just gonna say that, but I wasn't gonna say that.
Yeah, it's a two-step
Kind of
centipede.
like that triple loop at Taco Bell.
Although,
my!
I still say missed opportunity that Human Centipede was Human Centipede 2 and not Human Millipede.
Human millipede, just like more legs.
Exactly. You just put 1,000 people together instead of 100 or whatever.
It's just the same 3 people. You just sew more legs on.
Exactly.
So
ideas that I have. So I do. You're right. I do have like charisma. I am pretty great about that sort of thing.
I noticed.
So I think I'm okay to go in there. I'll do this. Kiernan, if you could go in as backup, I think you might be able to sneak in there undetected to keep an eye on me, because I won't have Nicodemus with me either.
Well, we should check during the day first. We should check during the day when the ghost isn't there in case there's any clues, but since he wasn't really stationed here, it's probably not too much there.
Yeah.
I mean, Kiernan could disguise himself as the father of Justinia, Aredian?
Well, I'm thinking more, not necessarily disguising him. I'm just talking about like, we're all planning to go in there during the daytime, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So later in the evening, or if it becomes necessary for me to go back in there in the evening time, by myself, Kiernan, would you be able to go in there as backup, hidden? That way he doesn't know you're there, just to kind of keep an eye on me.
I was going to suggest something along those lines.
Cool.
But
And then
I'll still be disguised as much as I can to look like you in the outfit that you're wearing. And I suggest that Alexander does the same with his Hannah disguise. There'll be 3 of her, and that would like overwhelm his senses, and he'll know something's up, and
Do we want to hold that out for if he doesn't believe she's her?
Yes. Like I'm not gonna. I don't want to expose myself, but if he says she's full of it, then I could step in and say something, and then if he doesn't believe me, you could step in. So he's going to start to see it assaulted by everybody,
If she was mildly above commoner status, she might have attendants or whatever else, so extra people with her or guards might not be suspicious.
I meant looking exactly like her.
Right, but I think we should hold that out until he says, no, you're not Justinia or whatever. Then we go for the bamboozle and confuse.
Does the spell that you can do allow you to look exactly like someone else?
No, but that comes in with the disguise skill a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you're going to make yourself look like a human and then disguise yourself to look like whatever Wit decides to look like. So you're going to gussy Wit up with what? Like a wig?
Well, I don't know. What is Mendev's common hair color and colorations? And...
Do you want to make me a geography check?
Not my forte, I believe. Is anybody good at geography?
I've got 1 in it. I mean, it's not great.
I've got a 1 in it. That's it.
It's better than me at the moment, but.
Oh, there you go, Kiernan.
I mean, I have no ranks, but I've got a 5 from intelligence, but.
So I really like Alexander's idea about having people go in there. If I am of some type of, or rather if Justinia would have normally had escorts of some kind, then maybe you could stand back as escorts and very nonchalantly stay back behind me. Maybe that would make the situation seem more natural. But then again, it could also disrupt things because then there are other people in the scene that he's not expecting, maybe unable to focus on because his attention has been so much on Justinia because of how much he loves her. He's not able to process seeing other people there with her. So just the idea of that might distract or derail altogether.
Hal, do we know how many people have visited this chapel over the years? Do the Knights disclose how often people have gone inside?
98. They've got the ticket stubs and everything.
Yeah.
No, you have no idea.
I was just curious.
Decades,
So
Several people have tried to lay this ghost.
Well, no,
down,
not lay waste, but just like to pray.
Oh, no one has come here for 1890 years since the ghost started haunting this
Oh,
place.
okay, so they haven't. So it's been vacant for. Oh, okay. I misunderstood earlier. So it's been vacant for 80, 90 years.
Yeah.
What about this? I'm thinking that there's so many holes in this plan.
That's why we're filling them in. So I'm thinking that we could go check it out during the day. In the evening, I could go. What if y'all stayed in the background, like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing? And then if things go south, we need to have some sort of plan. That's why y'all are going to be in there just to be ready, really, to have my back in case it's necessary. Nicodemus seems oddly likes Tim. Iketsu?
Sure, we'll go with Ketsu. Make this easier.
There we go. Yeah, Nicodemus really likes Ketsu. So I was thinking, Ketsu, if it's all right with you, he might want to hang back with you. And then Alexander, what are you thinking? Some sort of backup plan, or could y'all come in from either sides?
Or we can go in there and find what we find, and then come up with a plan afterwards.
Let's do that.
I think that the either Plan B or Plan A should be to convince him with something plausible. I think if we were to have her say or convince him that her father lied, that he never wanted him to marry her, that she actually was alive the whole time and he just said that to get rid of him, that might...
Who knows? I bet we'll find out if we go digging around in there tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm betting.
No, I'm saying we make it up. We don't need to go in there. We just go in there to confront him.
Right, but I mean, the bet if we should investigate to find whatever we can, but if we can't, I assume the crux is that she died hating him according to the father, so as long as she forgives him.
I don't know if she died hating him. I think it's that she died wanting him.
But I think that's the father
was him and he wasn't there.
Right, and I think the father was blaming him for not having been there to protect her. So as long as she says...
But that's the truth of it. I'm wondering if we were to lie and tell him, oh, I just never agreed with you marrying her and she never got killed. She's totally alive.
80 years later. The whole premise is a lie.
Won't know that. No, he won't know that.
Our whole premise is a lie that Justinia is here, whether she's a human or a ghost, as long as he's put to rest that he's no longer guilty of having abandoned her and causing her to die. We should be good, I think. But you might know human motivation better than me.
I want to go up to the door. Is the door locked to the chapel?
No, because you unlocked it.
Sweet. Yeah. I'm going to go chasing after him because Nicodemus has already started running behind him.
Before we go rushing in, though, we want to have our story straight. I'm thinking that the reason
Nicodemus just straight through that door.
The reason why he killed himself is that he felt bad about her getting killed when he was supposed to be protecting her. the whole thing is if he believes that she never died, then his whole purpose for being here is gone, right?
But is a mortal human really believable?
What? I don't follow you. What?
Well, you said she never died. That would make her immortal.
He thinks it's the same day that he threw himself off that. I mean, that's how ghosts think, right? They don't have any concept of time, as far as I'm stating. I don't think.
So just her showing up and saying, "Hey, I forgive you."
Maybe she doesn't show up, or that's the plan B. Like she'll show up and basically say, you know, I'm here with Saren Ray waiting for you, and then he just fades away, right?
I think we want to stick away from Saren Ray because they're the ones that send him away. I think the less we say, the better chance.
Okay.
Just as a guess, but I think as long as he thinks she's Justinia and he's cool with him, we might be good.
Yeah, but it's until he wants her to stay forever.
Well, but
or she's like, "Wow, you never died."
Isn't once he is at peace, the
idea
celestial lighted tunnel shows up and he goes away?
Yeah, hopefully Patrick Swayze shows up and then he just disappears.
I mean, down, sideways, disco style, however he goes.
Disco style.
Disco never died.
All right, so is that the plan? If he shows up, that we try to act like we're her,
or she tries to like we're her. Yeah.
Everyone should. Okay, this is my understanding of your current plan. Everyone's going to put a frock on and go into the chapel. That's what I've got so far from your plan.
I think she's frocked, and if he doesn't buy her, then Kiernan and I try it because we can spontaneously frock, and then we try and beat him down if not,
or run away.
Yeah, the man.
Just like it lightens my heart how fast the party is willing to do cross-dressing.
Hey, it's on the bucket list, man. You might look fabulous. Hey, Alexander, how long does your magic weapon?
Just happen to write cross-dressing into like their character's backstory. Kiernan's actually a drag queen, like every second Saturday at the local tavern in his area.
It's how
Queen Katrina.
It's how I get my drinks paid for, Judge.
I can sustain magic weapon for about 4 minutes. Juba.
Oh, 4 minutes? That's not too
bad. I'm on Dragon Milk Stout.
This is that Isle of Jura house.
Nice.
18 years.
Isle of Jura, it's one of my favorites.
This is actually amazing price point. It was like, I think I paid $35 for 18 year, and this is amazing. Like my normal is Macallan 18 year, and it was jacked up to like almost $300 or something. Holy shit!
Yeah, I often do like the Glenlivet.
I like it better
because I don't want to get
Jura's really good. Jura's good as like for people who are like, I don't like whiskey, and you're like, try this one because it's really smooth and happy and nice.
Very nice.
Very drinkable. You'll have half that bottle gone by the end of this game, I feel.
So, post-breakfast exploration of the chapel. If we see him, we spontaneously
combust.
Justinia up, and if not, then we come back at night after we see if there's any information to gather here.
Did anyone make a good geography roll to know what they look like in Mendev?
Yeah.
16 from Kiernan.
I did 16.
Yeah, Bill did.
Okay, a 16 is enough to know that the people in Mendev are generally made up of the ethnicity known as Ayabarans. They are a human ethnicity that is, well, assuming that Justinia is human, which is what you're assuming. They're specifically of the nations of Brevoy, Mendev, and the ruins of Ayabara. They're descended from the Ulfans and invariably have light eyes and dark hair.
Perfect.
Good. And they don't shave their armpits, just so you know.
Right.
Well,
and they
that'll
have
work
big
out good
beards.
for me.
Well, hopefully their dresses don't show their armpits.
Okay.
Well, that sounds like Verision, her natural green hair and raven
It's
black
close.
hair.
It's pretty close.
Dark hair, light eyes. I think I got that.
Similar to you already.
All right.
All right. So if he says,
right.
Let's do
haha,
this.
you're not Justinia, she had blue eyes, then Kiernan becomes a blue-eyed version of you, and then
That's not a bad idea, too.
All right.
Or actually, do you want to give her? Do you want to give her the hat of disguise so she can do that if she needs to on the fly?
Sure, I can loan you the hat of disguise.
Cool.
What's she doing?
I'm loaning her the
She's
hat of
already
disguise.
dark hair, Jay. She's already got dark hair. She's a Varasian.
True.
She's similar already.
They're like, oh, where'd the scar under your left eye go?
I'm betting he's not going to be looking for too many details, but
You know, to
I
be
agree.
completely honest, I have enough practice with needing to fool people and give you my face without actually showing you my face. I think I've got it. I think I'll be able to pull it off.
All right.
What I really do need, though, is a good night's sleep. And Nicodemus just walked back out, and he started to curl back up around Ketsu's feet. And I think we should probably all take a snooze.
I need to take a bio break real quick, though.
Okay, sounds good.
No, it'll allow you to piss in the bottle. Piss in the bottle. It's what it's for.
It won't fit.
So meanwhile, Alexander goes in.
Yeah. You need to buy the bigger bottles.
Oh,
The mason jars.
I'll be back in just a second.
All right.
So, your night passes uneventfully. You eat breakfast, and you're about to go and explore the chapel. Correct?
Yes,
Correct.
and I have the. And Alexander goes in first boldly, and we wait 5 minutes for him to find all the things, and then come out and show us. Any disagreement, Alexander? Okay, cool.
Okay, so you go in. Would you like a chapel description again?
Yes.
Oh, you would. That would be nice. Let me find the chapel description.
Holy shit! How's kids are watching
the chapel?
No, my kids are watching the 10 Commandments next in the great room next door to this room, and it's like I hear it like it's playing on this computer. It's like, how loud do they have that shit going on there?
Your kids are watching the 10 Commandments?
Yeah, it's like a Easter kind of like, hey, let's check it out. I've never seen it before, so.
No, that's kind of cute.
Oh, the Charlton Heston.
Buff Moses.
Mm-hmm.
Buff Moses.
We all look like we're in soap operas. I love Jesus and the 10 Commandments.
You should do the voiceover for that word.
Sorry.
Mom. Speaking of Jesus,
Like Buff Moses. Okay, the chapel's roof has collapsed in place,
Oh, wow.
creating piles of rubble along the walls that now function as difficult terrain. Why it tells me that in the description, I'm not quite sure. The chapel is large. There is a statue of Sarum Ray in the entrance that has not been tended in some time. Double doors lead into the chapel itself. It is ruined to the far end, but where you are coming in through the double doors is reasonably clear.
We were only in there. Yeah, we were only in there for a bit, but we didn't see any stairs leading up to a tower. Or...
No, there's no second floor.
Oh, well, how did he throw himself off of the top of the tower then? It's collapsed.
He didn't throw himself off the chapel. He threw himself off one of the watchtowers.
Oh, okay then.
He just has such animosity for Sar and Ray that he's decided to haunt the chapel and deny them.
Gotcha.
What if we just got rid of the So can we? I want to start looking around and see if I find anything significant that's relating to this ghost, like any documents, books, journals.
Sure. Make me a perception check.
Betting not because
Search
we only
the
stopped
chapel.
here, but yeah. I will also help search.
Yeah, I want to help search too, but I'm wondering if Tech Magic is here.
I do that.
I don't see nothing.
I like that. -2 on rolls to see through disguise.
So
Well,
would that mean? Would it actually make a? Would that be like a 7?
Yep. You're
Wow.
worse at seeing through disguises because you're lonely and want to accept any friend at all.
It's actually an additional -2. The minus, so you have 5. But if it was a disguise, you'd actually have a 3. Yeah.
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 So
It's
I had
a
a 20.
minus.
I think
It's a
I
minus.
win with a 21. Tati is a close second with a 20.
Okay. You guys search around. This place was once a very nice chapel. It was all gilt, and there was big windows to let the light in as the sun rose. It was probably very beautiful in its time. Now it's just hunks of rock lying around. The ceiling has collapsed. There's water damage all over the place. Anything that was once wood has rotted to disuse completely. You don't find much at all in here. There's nothing that's survived beyond some pews that used to face the front. There's pieces of gilt you find, but there's not much you can scrape off it if you wanted to try and recover the gold. But generally, no, there's nothing really here other than ruin and neglect.
Have we dug through the rubble?
Yeah, that's what
he's
you're
saying
doing.
that we haven't found anything.
Well, since the ghost person was not actually stationed here and he just stopped here, there probably wouldn't be too much, but
Interesting.
Well, then I guess let's go over to where he actually committed the act and see if we can find anything over there.
Well, I'm going to whisper to Tatia so it's not echoing the chamber here, but maybe if you were to pray at the statue or at the altar by the rubble as Justinia, or try to be, and then call his name. Say you're praying for him, maybe he'll appear. Now, we're assuming that he can't appear in the daytime, but you never know. If we're going to try to confront him, we try.
True.
We could also get a leg up if we go to that other spot and see if there's anything we could find first. But would y'all like to try that now?
Probably couldn't hurt too much.
Yeah, sure. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think of it.
What do you say, Kizzy?
Oh, I mean,
Kizzy.
yeah, I think it's fine. I'm not really good at trying to find stuff.
All right.
I'm a very tall, lanky man, so.
Okay, well, I'm all down for it. I'll go ahead over there and say a nice little prayer and see what we can do.
Are you praying at the statue end by the doors, or are you praying at the altar in the ruined end of the temple?
I would pray over by the altar at the ruined end of the temple.
So you pick your way over. Anything that was important in this temple has been removed, but the altar still stands. It's been ruined by the fact that the roof above it has collapsed. There's rubble on it. It's faded and it's water worn. You sit down and pray. Are you praying to Sarenrae, even though your god isn't Sarenrae?
When I sit down, I am doing my job to try to help this soul, and does not.
Oh, you're bluffing.
Yes.
Do you have the bluff skill?
Let's see. I don't think so.
Pretty certain that's
yes, I do.
Bad.
Boof.
Do it.
Oh, shit! Look at that. It's 25.
Damn, she's
You
devout.
incredibly convincing lip service to Siren Ray.
She accidentally converts a member of the party.
Oh, it's all about fire and the sun and rebirth and shit. You got this. No worries.
Shit, man. This Siren Ray sounds pretty cool.
I'm going to convert. Oh, God.
But you can act like that's true. You break to Siren Ray at the front. You kind of see a flicker of something out of the corner of your eye here and there. You see kind of a figure of a man in armor watching you from the corner. And every time you try to look at him, he vanishes.
My cat just came over.
Make me a perception check.
I would like if you
My cat was like, "I'll be your man, Mom."
Mom, that's my cat.
Perception check.
Yes.
All of us, because we're kind of watching the scene, or just
Just quit.
I would like to my cat.
17.
17. Okay, when you catch him out of the corner of your eye and kind of glance at him really quick, he looks like he's crying and kind of reaching out to you. But as soon as you turn, he vanishes.
So I think he might be buying your similarity, but we need to come back at night when he can actually manifest.
or he is manifest.
I think this is working, and I'm gonna keep.
Just don't look at him and reach your hand out.
You could reach out and says, "Go in peace," and he like disappears, and his soul
Wouldn't
rests.
that be nice?
Ooh.
Maybe you could get like a pottery wheel.
Indeed.
It started going. Ooh, it has
Very
the
nice.
music going on.
Cue some
I'm
Whitney
sorry,
Houston.
if that wasn't some kind of very obvious reach around analogy, I don't know what was.
Oh my god. Okay, so I know that I can glance out of the corner of my eye and I see him there, and I see somebody who's reaching out for me and crying, and
Yes.
it's just tearing me up. I want to try to reach out to them, and so I put my hand out. Just
As soon
like
as you reach out and kind of look, he vanishes.
he's
you feel
gone.
kind of a wave.
Oh, but
You feel like you feel a wave of massive depression and guilt as he disappears.
Oh my gosh. I am going to finish my prayer.
Mm-hmm.
Your lip
Fake
service.
prayer.
well, yeah, you gotta basically say that. Don't be sad. I'm happy.
Right. But Lady Justina, perhaps we should return in the evening when spirits are stronger.
Yeah, so I
Oh.
feel like I should finish my prayer. So I finish my prayer and carefully remind my beloved that I care for him and I want the best for him. And then my prayer ends and I
Mhm.
turn to walk out of the chapel so as not to
Okay.
disturb the moment in case I'm being seen. And I'm going to go wait outside.
Okay, you stand and leave, and as you leave, you see him again just to the side of the door.
How does he look?
And he's again, he looks incredibly miserable, but also very hopeful at the fact that, well, he looks expectant, shall we say. But as soon as you kind of look towards him, he vanishes again.
Okay. All
Encouraging.
right. I'm going to keep walking then. All right. This is good. Everybody, meet me outside.
Yeah, I'm following her like a proper courtier or something or other, you know, in a vague robotic fashion.
I'm gonna go with the word toady.
Yes. Yes, ribbit. Yeah,
Yes,
I'm following
Like
as
she's
well.
making something of herself and has a valet or something.
Yes, I'll even have the Igor hump and drag the leg and.
Actually, I think Tim already has the ego hump.
Yeah.
Yes.
My character is like almost 7 foot, so he's got this like really weird walk.
Yeah, but that's fully stretched up. You're all like bent down and like weird shaped, right?
Hippie kit.
Is this what
What are
I
we-
envision the character or what you envision the character?
What I envision your character is this like hunched. He's almost 7 foot full stretch, but he's all like hunched over and what's upside down? I see up your nose. I can see your bull ring wit.
Yes, but yeah. Never mind.
How's Isaac doing, Witch? Is he happy to be in Houston?
Oh, he's happy to be in Houston, but I think he would be happier if the Switch was here.
What?
But
His Switch.
yeah, his Nintendo Switch is back in Denver. No, tomorrow.
Sell it. They're going for $600 on the internet right now.
Golly, so ridiculous.
Hello, Totoro. You're so fat and soft. I love you.
The light version is going for $350.
The which one?
The
Wow.
light.
That's my cat.
Oh, that's just that's just like a kidney that you gotta sell in the black market. You know, it's fine. So,
Yeah, right.
Which is fine as long as it's not your own.
exactly. Well, that's the point. Well, I'm sorry. Kiernan is starting to speak through me again. Sorry. I have to repress those feelings sometimes.
Guys, leave the chapel.
I love
Yes.
Totoro.
So yeah, I guess the thinking
Folk.
the thinking inner monologue is that this is gonna work better at night.
Keep calling Totoro your cat. That's why your head. That's why your headset fell off. That's my
Yes.
cat.
I vaguely hear Isaac saying things about his cat.
Yeah, he's not even vaguely.
Isaac,
It's pretty loud.
stop talking. They say you're loud.
Okay, and I say.
But we like you.
Isaac,
I don't think we
For
do.
real.
Okay.
Hey, you know what?
He's still playing.
This reminds me of the Dr. Evil. Zip it. Zip.
Yeah.
All right, so this looks
Nice.
like we
Turn it on.
planted the seed real good, and so we might be able to pull this off later.
Yes.
So
Netflix
maybe
and Hulu.
waste.
Okay.
You're still on the microphone.
Turn that off.
She can't hear now.
Mhm.
We still heard you when you took those off.
Sorry. Oh my god.
It's almost like if you have them, you have sound the same and we hear all the things. It's kind of funny. It's like it's like one of those Snapchat filters that has the headphones on. Whee!
So, do these make my head look really tiny?
No, your tiny head makes your head look tiny.
No, I'm like,
She does have a tiny head.
okay, so is this?
She's wee all over. I mean, that's
You are very small with. Let's not lie.
Thank you.
Turn on the wit bobblehead.
Just have a normal sized head.
I cut your head. I cut your
Yeah,
head.
I pinch your face.
Except for you.
What?
Right? What are you reading? Tim, what are you reading, Tim?
Nothing.
Don't lie to me, Tim. What are you reading?
Timmy
Erotic-
I already forgot.
No, erotic midget clown.
No, give him some nerd cred. It's erotic Ewok fan fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, Bob's Burgers!
Right.
Yeah, erotic friend fiction. That's what Tina writes. Yeah.
It's
So
just up to the point where Wicket takes the lightsaber handle up his ass.
just the handle.
Well, just for now.
Right now, is it an Obi-Wan Kenobi small hand? Different.
It's that curved one.
Okay.
Oh, okay. The Dooku.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like, no, thank you. Or yes, please.
So we want.
No.
So your thought was to go to this guard tower that he actually. But that was a long time ago, and there's been guards up and down that tower for a while. But we could try to see what
You know, honestly, I feel like I have a connection with him, and it's possible that he died there, but he went to the chapel. We could go there. We could find something. Maybe I could even have another connection with him, potentially a closer encounter.
Yeah, at night that might work because he's able to manifest then.
How's the game?
Hi.
If they're checking out the guard tower, since that's not my forte, I'll probably go cast my 3 make holes along the wall.
Do that.
All right. And I'm gonna saunter.
Good job on that wall.
I'm gonna saunter on over to the tower.
Yeah, let's go to the tower where he threw himself off, and then we can do detect magic, and I can go search around.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, maybe perception checks, ghost hunting checks,
Ghost
reading checks. Where'd Tim go?
Did you ask me to do a perception check?
Yep.
I did. Where did Tim go?
What? Tim's
gone.
Tim's video.
Thing went to go fix the castle, fix all the things.
Not Thing, Tim.
He's gonna
I'm
be
back
Tim.
now.
Kind of.
Oh, there you are. I lost you for a minute.
All right, we're rolling for a perception.
Well, we were
No, not after having these guys search this tower. In which case, yes, you can roll for perception.
Nope, don't see anything. I'm really bad at
You are really bad at it.
Are there things you're good at?
Yes, fighting.
Hitting and smashing.
A lot of fighting. Actually, you've got a bigger skill in poetry than anyone else, I believe.
It's not on the character sheet.
I believe it is.
Falling Porculus is. Let me count the ways.
Hold on, let me check your character sheet. Hold on.
I put them in your in your drawer next to the bed.
Iketsu.
Yes.
Character sheet.
1 rank of perform poetry.
1 rank of perform poetry. Right.
Where's that at? I'm looking. Oh, yeah, just 1. Oh, that's pretty bad.
And it's not even a class skill. Wow.
He's got some pretty sick survival though, so we don't have to.
I figured you could do haiku, Tim. I'm looking forward to a haiku every session.
Haiku every session.
Just as we like fade out, you can sum up the session with a haiku.
Right, but in his native language, how many syllables is that for each part of the haiku?
I mean, it depends how many syllables the apostrophe count says.
It sounds like he's going a lot of samurai poetry and the calligraphy and the.
I was figuring it was like honor and haiku and all of that. Maybe Tim should do as a haiku for the following session that sums up the previous session.
Oh my god!
I think that would be great, Tim. You should do that.
Maybe you should do Loku until he's a bit better level.
Loku.
No. I think
once he prestige classes, it's haiku.
Haikus are easy. Come on, they don't. I mean, you and I have no idea what a good haiku looks like as long as it meets the rules. So, if Tim makes it meet the rules, it'll be a good haiku.
I seem to remember, didn't Lockhart do some haiku game?
Why aren't you using the tablet?
It was.
That's actually one of the first sessions in the adventure that comes with the GM screen for Legend of the Five Rings, first edition. There's a competition, and one of the things is you make the players write a haiku, and you send them a time, and you go, write me a haiku, and you give them like a topic, and they go and do it. And it's hilarious.
When Zoe does the Masters of the Metaverse, one of the
Thanks, honey.
One of the characters' powers is magic that she has to do haiku from. So the gal doing it has to actually come up with a haiku on the fly for whatever spell she needs to do.
Well, that's okay. Hilarious. You could just like write down a bunch of like, I don't know, 0 quotes from Borderlands. He's got really good ones.
I like 0 a lot because he faceplayed a bunch of emojis that scroll past.
Oh man, I was happy when I saw him in Borderlands 3 because it was like, oh, I remember him. Because the one time I picked it up on Borderlands 2, I picked to play as him, and Evan had it for his PlayStation, and I
didn't know you could play as him. I don't remember Zero. I played.
What's the Wi-Fi?
Was he? You could play as him in one of the games, couldn't you?
I don't remember. It doesn't mean it's not true.
But what's the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, it's funny. Remember, you're on the internet.
What?
Right, if you can find Whit's house, you can use her Wi-Fi.
Don't say the Wi-Fi to the.
That's because it's Suck My Big Dick 97, baby.
It's the first derivative of 2Q
Oh
squared.
yeah, he is Borderlands 2. He's the assassin character. I thought I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going crazy, right? Like I swore that's what I did. Okay. I mean, it has been like 4 years since I picked that up, but I also just don't like the PlayStation controller, and I got really frustrated, so I stopped.
Oh, talking about computer games, I started playing Stellaris, and it was a huge mistake.
Which
What
one?
game?
Stellaris.
Why is that a mistake?
Because it's a grand strategy game, and it literally sucks me in for hours.
Yeah. Well, it's like I've got Sid Meier's Beyond Earth and the Starships one, both that I haven't played yet because I know I will disappear for like 6 hours the first time I fire it.
I'm going to say, this is ridiculous.
But
So
which game were you talking about though?
Don't connect to my
Stellaris.
because the mobile.
Oh, Stellaris.
You didn't use the mobile hotspot. I looked.
Stellaris, it's ridiculously
Oh,
great,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wait,
but
we still hear you.
also ridiculously killing of time.
Yeah, it's a
I
lot.
mean, it's stupid. I have edicts and policies, and I can do things with robots, and it's very cool. But it's really, really, really bad because I just vanish into it.
Right, but schedules and time are something from the before times.
Which game?
Did you get the Federation's expansion for it?
I have the Apocalypse the Apocalypse DLC and the Unity DLC at the moment. But there's like $1 million of DLCs for it too, which is going to make me sad because now I'm going to have to buy them.
You shouldn't say that on the internet, man. Their marketing schlep.
Oh, unless they
successful.
want to send it for free, in which case I'll do a review.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Although I'm terrible at it, honestly. I'm really bad at it.
Won't connect to the Wi-Fi.
All right.
So, what are you doing? So, you're fixing the walls. Tim, what are you doing? You're searching the tower. You're all searching the tower.
Yes.
I put in the password.
Yes.
Search the tower. Surprisingly, having passed 85 years since you jumped off it, there's nothing here from suicide.
That's what I was afraid of. And nothing from a detect magic would show up. Is that
Nothing at all.
Isaac, go ask Mimi what the password is because I know it's taped to the front of the refrigerator. Or go ask Aunt Kiki and they can put the password in there for you.
Really quickly by
Whit?
No, we don't.
We still hear you. I was just gonna say she'll eventually learn the mute button. The Discord.
We need to get her a switch so she can turn it on and off.
Well, see, I have one on my headphones. I turn it, you guys can still hear me. So if I do this, like right now, like I have the red light, you guys can still hear me though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, we can.
See? So
like,
this mute button is bullshit, you know? It's like
it's like mine one from work. If I do the mute on the headset, it mutes the headset, but the conferencing software we use doesn't show me as muted. So nobody can hear me, but it looks like I'm able to speak, so nobody knows why I'm not responding. Or if I mute in the software, it's like everyone knows I'm muted. But
well, it sounds like my situation's worse though, because if you think you're muted and you're like talking or doing stuff, and then everyone's hearing you.
Oh yeah, especially if you're Bluetooth and can walk to the bathroom and not be muted.
Or watching Ewok midget clown porn like
or you
Tim
try
is right now.
for a little quick.
Like Tim currently.
He's like, oh shit, they found me out.
No, he's watching Magic the Gathering being played by nerds on the internet.
Actually, no, I was looking up haikus because I was trying to think of some things I was going to say.
Awesome.
Oh, you can do it, Tim! I have faith in
Awesome.
you.
See, I just decided you guys weren't going to find anything at the tower, so I decided to blow all my spells.
In a haiku at the start of the next session.
That's extra XP right there.
It's something. It's homework, is what that is. So you don't find anything on the tower.
Find nothing.
You spend the day fixing the walls. You spend the day helping repair the fort, tidy up, clean up the stables, bury the dead, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Hide the bad meat.
Hide the bad meat. Yeah.
Yes, you probably bury that too, probably with the rest of the dead.
Mm.
The Sarenites probably want to burn their dead. So you build a pyre and burn their dead.
Yeah, they're gods of the sun, right? So they get a giant magnifying glass and burn the dead with it.
Did the knights tell us how often they get replenished on supplies?
They did have supplies, but they have very little right now. 2 of them are out hunting for food right now around the place.
Oh, I could do that. I should be out there helping getting food.
Should probably, because you're good at that.
Yes, I'm very good at that.
I'm willing to share my rations since I no longer need them.
Is that because you don't need to eat anymore?
Bring a sustenance.
Right.
That's right.
He only has to sleep an hour or whatever. Yeah.
He's got all he has in rations are bags of nuts and a little bit of oil.
Well, no, I've got like 5 days of trail rations, and then I've got a bunch of goo tubes.
Oh yeah, the ship you got like 300 tubes.
Yeah, I have like at least 32 or something on my phone. So yeah, we've got lots of gooey.
I think I've got 28.
Yeah, D&D, like Pathfinder, Pixie Stick.
1 and 5 are probably spoiled, but hey.
Do we notice like the direction of the trail where the smilers came from, just in case they come back again?
You know where they came from. They came from Scrapwall, which is across the river from you.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like it's a organized military structure where they're going to have check-ins and checkpoints every day or whatever. I think we're safe here for a bit because they don't think anything's up.
I guess it depends on how big of a percentage of the Smiler gang that was here. I mean, if we just decimated their gang, then that not too bad. But
true. All right. So I don't know if you were here when we said it, though. It sounds like we did a bunch of searching around the tower, came up with nothing, and it was basically 80 plus years that this guard tower has actually been in active use, and since he threw himself from it, and we're not going to find anything here, it sounds like.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, then let's wait till let's go grab some food and maybe come back at dark.
And it is that now, essentially?
Okay.
Repair, bury dead.
Sure.
That.
Boom. Night falls.
There we
Everyone
go.
takes 3d6 damage.
Carme. Tam.
3d6.
Just saying, night's pretty heavy.
That's a big night.
It was pretty dark. We fell pretty far.
Oh, that's low damage for me. 6. It's all full of shite.
So, next time, what are you doing?
All right, so we were going to go back and do the same kind of plan, do the same exact thing. I think that we should follow the exact same script.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to Brian.
So Tatia, before we do this, I want to be got your back like you asked. So I don't want to, but we were overt the last time. Do you want me to hide or like we were and I was like one of the servants in waiting and we just are at the ready, or do you want me to skulk in a corner and try to hide? Keeping in mind that this is a ghost that might have supernatural perception. I don't know. You might know better than me.
Honestly, stay close by.
Roger. Okay. Hal, I'm going to try to do sleight of hand, but kind of like fold it up underneath my arms and inside my cloak, so it doesn't look like I have weapons in my arm, but I essentially got them and can flip them out.
Yeah, honestly.
Hey, Hal, since I'm trying to do redemption, I said you should say I would turn back time just to hold her and tell her she will be okay. That's my haiku for her.
Oh, that's good. Tim did a haiku. Everyone,
that's awesome.
Yay!
And I think he gets
a turn back time.
I think he gets an extra point because he invoked Cher, which is a great and powerful bard in this world.
Cher, the bard of the future.
And who is an immortal bard, because surely she's made a deal with the devil to still look this good, being the age that she is. So,
Cher.
Yeah, because it's from the Redeemer.
I still remember the Sonny and Cher show back in the 70s. I watched that. The Bionic Watermelon show that they had. That was amazing.
I feel Cher is more of an android than anything else, just kind of increasing the amount of plastic that she contains.
That's fair. Yeah, it could be artificial construct. She could be the
She's actually just a puppet.
Chat like your haiku, Tim.
It has something to do with Noctula, or the god.
Nocticular.
Yes.
Which has an unfortunate number of syllables, is all I'm saying. Nocticular has 4 syllables, which cuts down your syllable count, but you'll get that.
Well, that one was 5. It was 575.
Yeah, that's good, but nocticular has 4, which means if you're going to use that word, it's going to take up a lot of your syllable count.
Nocticular, yo.
Nocticular.
It's 4.
And it changes the syllables depending on how much you drink when you the same.
Oh God! All right, so
Chat like your haiku.
Yes, I heard.
Yay! So I'm thinking.
You on chat, Tim? You on chat? Chat likes you, Tim.
Klaatu Verada.
Well, I put up on Twitch, but internet at this place is not as good as the internet I have at home in Houston.
We'd rather you streamed than chatted, if that's a problem.
Yeah, so I'm only using on Roll20 instead of running both of the applications, because it messed up. It kicked me off on Roll20 whenever I started using it.
All right.
Okay, it's nighttime. What are you guys doing?
Whenever we go in, I'm thinking that the two of you should stand relatively close to me. Part of this is also because I want to know if y'all are going to feel any sensations move past you. Maybe that could help you stay on guard in case only I can see him and you can't.
So I will be to your right, slightly behind you, and Alexander or Ikitsu can be behind you to me. Again, we're deferring to you because you're the noble in charge, so we're slightly behind you, but we're close.
Yes. Right. And then sounds good. And then Iketsu, do you have Kitty?
Yes, I have Kitty.
Thank you. Okay.
No, Kitty! Mom, Kitty's being a dildo! It looks like Kitty's gonna be.
All right, so let's go. And I push on in through the door to walk inside. Hal, what happens next?
Okay, the whole chapel is dark inside. You can't see anything.
So,
everyone else seems fine.
I actually conveniently have a lantern with me.
Very good. In that case, your lantern illuminates the tiny pieces of gilt that are still left inside the chapel, and it kind of glistens a little bit. What did you think I said?
Gilt?
Yes.
Yeah, gilt. G-I-L-T.
Yeah, but I thought
Gold.
guilt, like sad, and it made me laugh.
Like a magical words gifted to us by the English language.
Well, her emotion mapping doesn't right. Sadness, guilt, and longing of death, and
I got slime. Fuck me some.
Gold to reflect your lantern light as you walk down the chapel towards the altar.
Either that, or she has more, issues than a comic store.
Oh man! All right, so yeah, so I walk on down, and I would like to kneel to pray.
Okay, you kneel down in front of the altar of Sarenrae, a god to which you don't give a damn, and
pillar of fire.
As you,
I'm just going to make the pre-planned kind of statement that Alexander's got the he probably wants to try and cast magic weapon on my sword, because I guess Aketsu already said that his was magic. So if you see anything go south, cast your spell.
Would you say, Al?
I said at least you like to think so.
Well, who likes to think so? What?
I said at least Aketsu likes to think his sword is magic.
Well, I thought it was.
He said it was, and I'm taking that to the bank.
Okay.
What is it, Hal?
Okay. Yes, it's magical. I'm joking with you.
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna pull this sheet out now.
Hold on. Please someone say till. Let me hit something with it.
Oh no, he's gonna pull it out. Don't pull it out, no. Avert your eyes. Oh God. It's all shriveled like a pickle. All right.
It's shriveled like a pickle.
Yeah,
it's shriveled like a pickle.
I am a lady, and I would never tell anybody that about their dong, okay?
But you go away and tell everyone else about it afterwards.
That's right. I would tell all of the other courtesans about it.
So as you get to the altar and you start to kneel down, a figure appears in front of you. He looks like an older gentleman in full armor. He has a winged helmet. He looks quite noble, but also very sad. As you look down, his lower body disappears into nothing that just kind of fades away, just rolling mist into the floor. He just kind of looks at you.
Directly at me?
Directly at you, who is currently kneeling on the ground in front of him. He unzips his... No.
Wow. That escalated quickly.
Plus one ghost touch codpiece.
Sorry, just throwing that out there.
You know what? This is why I intentionally put, which I seriously doubt nobody is ever going to find that website. For the most part, it's my own personal Facebook page. But I put a disclaimer on there that was like, our stuff is not all ages.
No,
and that's why, Hal.
Deepest filth of the first water.
What did I say that was bad?
Alderon?
Why did you roll
wow.
Aldronard. Gosh, y'all can't get Star Wars out of your head.
Oh, there is a sound.
Lisa Aldronard.
Sorry.
Sad ghost.
Oh.
All right, you're up. You're up, Tatia.
Well, I was trying to do things until Hal was talking about me giving a blowjob. So...
Did I say that? No. I didn't even say anything.
Well, he did fade in a mist, so if you were, it would dissipate him. So don't do
there we go. My head would just go thunk right into the floor. I lean forward and smack my head on the floor, very confused. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my actual action.
You could do a Pete Franklin and just look to the camera and really be like, he slimed me.
Great, give me a sample.
I'm currently trying to figure out how to write he slimed me into a haiku.
I am the keymaster. Are you
Keeper?
For this, yeah.
take off, Gozer?
So she's the dog.
That's pretty funny.
Take off.
Oh, we crack ourselves up.
We just did. I feel quick. I mean, ultimately, my now empty bottle of wine would dictate that I should probably not be running anything in public.
I forgot the dragon milk was 11%.
So I look. So I look up at him. What?
Justinia.
Yes.
He's reaching out to you.
What?
Justinia.
Yes. What do you tell me? Do you have something to say?
Justinia, I'm sorry.
I forgive you. You don't need to be sorry for anything. I love you.
I left you and you died.
It wasn't your fault.
That isn't what your father said.
My father was angry because he lost me.
I loved you, Justinia. I was coming home.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately,
it's never your fault. I should have been faster. You should not have died.
Nothing can change fate. That's just the way it was meant to be. Our love was set eternal like that.
That's nice, but it's not fair. He starts to he looks bigger and brighter for a second as he seems to get angry. It's not fair.
It's not.
I went on a holy quest and what do I get? What did I get? You were supposed to be protected for me.
Who was supposed to protect me?
Sarenrae! Damn her! Damn her! He glows red and begins to pulse.
Oh crap.
But Sarenrae helped bring her to a happier place.
But he turns his head to you. Who are you?
I turn my head in deference to Justinia.
He means nothing. He speaks out of turn.
Justinia.
Yes.
Justinia.
Yes.
Sarenrae is false. She let you die while I served her cause.
She let me die. If she let me hurt, how am I here at you?
You cannot be alive. Your father's letter said you were dead.
But I am here. My love has me here. Do you not see me? Can you not hear me?
Are you real, Justinia?
Feel my heart, of course.
He kind of reaches out to you and then stops as he kind of looks at his own hand. You gotta see through it. He's not quite there. I died, Justinia. I was sad. I don't know where I'll go now.
You'll be happy. You'll go find me.
But if I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to leave you.
It's okay. You don't have to
not.
leave me anymore.
It's not okay. You should have been safe.
And you can protect me now if you close your eyes and just say you want to find me.
He shuts his eyes, and I've always wanted to find you, Justinia.
And he's not going anywhere.
It's like he just kind of wavers a little.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just I'll come and look for you.
Yes. Yes.
And he kind of
I can
fades
feel it.
quietly. He just kind of fades quietly out. You kind of watch him and he's there, and then he just kind of vaguely vanishes into nothing. And you feel a kind of sensation of relief as he disappears, and also of happiness. And as that happens, a single beam of light shines out of the statue at the entrance.
Ooh.
And I walk down there.
Okay, everyone is fully healed as the healed spell, if that was anything to you. You also are aware that Sarin Ray has blessed you.
Ooh.
You all, each one of you individually, has the ability to cast Cure Serious Wounds once at any point.
Yay!
So no, not like over the next 24 hours, just...
No, at one point each.
Sweet.
That's pretty good.
We just
That
solved
is
something.
incredibly good.
We just solved something without violence, and we're handsomely rewarded.
I don't know how to react to this. First time in my D&D career this happened.
Good job, Whit. Holy crap.
I won with love.
Oh,
So-
look at you all.
That was a Cure Serious?
That was the what?
Yay!
Wow.
Oh, Evan is
Everyone
going
did-
to be so proud.
Oh, you did good. Everyone gets Cure Serious Wounds, one casting at any point in the future. There's
Yes.
no.
Does that go off at our level, or...
It doesn't actually say, so I'm going to go with yes, or minimum level, or your level, we'll say.
Okay.
So if it's minimum level because you're currently not high enough level to cast it, or when you get past that, we'll cast it at your level.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Oh,
What?
wow.
I mean, this is a god, right? Let's not lie.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Cure Serious is a
Awesome.
good spell.
That's like, what's that, like level 9, 10, or 11, 12?
It's a third level spell for clerics.
So
Third level for cleric.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's good for 4 castings for free.
Yeah.
I quietly take a
5
deep
for both
breath
up.
and exhale. Thank you, Desna, because she did not kick my ass for that bluff.
And you notice as the light fades from the statue, you look out through the holes in the sky, and you see the stars seem to twinkle a little brighter.
Thank you, Desna.
I should have saved a casting to make hole for the statue.
What's that?
I should have saved a casting to make hole for the statue.
You can do it tomorrow.
True.
Yay!
I'm actually wondering if I go to cast it, if it'll actually be cause serious wounds for me.
Oh, does it need to be?
All right. So what do we do
You
now?
heal negative damage?
But he's evil.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's all.
I'm
I
a
see what
I'm a
you're saying.
devout follower of Asmodeus.
That doesn't matter. You've been blessed by Sarin Ray.
You'll get
exactly.
cured,
I'm having a conflict now. I'm not
you'll
sure.
get cured and smited at the same time. So
Exactly.
Wow, that's actually pretty
That's
cool.
right.
We actually solved the problem with that. It's pretty amazing.
Did
I
you like that?
Team effort, but gold star to Tatia. Good work.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you. Yay! So you want to hear something kind of trippy? I've been looking at my clock on the computer, which is still on Denver time, and I keep forgetting that. I just realized that it's not 8:52 Central Time.
It's 9:52.
Yeah.
It's 7:52 to me.
Should we let the knights know that
Yeah, exactly.
the ghosts
Probably.
All of you, as you get to the statue of Siren Ray, turn around, and the whole temple just seems quiet. The whole place just seems like an empty building again.
Thank goodness.
Whereas before it felt alive, almost like your skin crawled. The whole place just seems like it's ready to be brought back, rather than having something living there stopping that from happening.
Alexander,
Awesome.
did you use up all those make whole spells? Maybe there's a cleanup one now.
I can do some more tomorrow.
Or maybe 796 casting prestidigitation that can clean up the 5 foot at a time. It'll like clean like 5 feet at a time. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like hoovering.
Ooh, what's in Tim's fridge?
What's in your fridge, Tim?
Ketchup, mustard, and beer.
Right? Is that his new place?
That's no beer. I think that's Becca's place.
Becca's temp place until they find a place, I believe he said.
That's what he said, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Becca's place because Becca's there. He's in College Station. You know, keeping up relations.
Ah. Oh, is he staying in Houston?
When I say hang up, maintaining contact? I mean, how many euphemisms could we come up with?
Poke, 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 poke.
Violating 6 foot.
Does not look like two penises, which you've got to be careful.
There you go. Exactly. Poke, poke. Just
an attack of opportunity.
poke the tips.
Docking maneuvers.
Just
hey, Tim, how's it going? I forget Tim can't hear us without his headset on.
No, I can't.
Yeah, we were wondering what was in your fridge.
Oh, it's not my fridge. There's not really much in there. She's only living here for until we get her. We're trying to find a permanent place to live.
Gotcha. Cheese sticks.
Cheese. I was gonna say string cheese. That was.
String cheese for the win.
It's gonna be a good time to get a mortgage soon.
Yeah. We are been thinking about that because of the what's going on.
I mean, now is the time. You're probably not going to get a lower interest rate in a long time. After the original, the initial flurry of people refining, it should collapse nicely down. You get like a 2 point something, you'll be good.
It's true.
It's a great rate on a mortgage.
Yeah, we were looking at some of the places. There's a lot of land out there. So we got a house. We'll get like a half an acre.
Evan used to live out in College Station, and like it is ridiculous. Well, I wouldn't say it's not like you go out there and you buy an acre for $5, but it's definitely cheaper to buy a house out there than it is in Houston. And
actually, the housing cost it's actually more expensive here than College Station, but you actually get more land. If that makes sense. You actually get land.
Oh, where is she at? I thought you were in College Station.
Yeah, we are in College Station.
Did you mean Houston?
Did I say that wrong?
No, I think Tim did.
So we will look at the prices for a equivalent house in Houston. College Station is actually a little bit more expensive, but Houston you don't get as much. You don't get as much land. So your backyard or your front yard, like in College Station, we could get about for the same price, like a half an acre of land.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah, it didn't used to be like that. That's kind of a bummer, but I don't know. I guess College Station is pretty, so people want to go out there.
So I guess we got to go tell the Knights of Siren Ray that their ghost problems are at an end, hopefully.
This house is clear.
Well, at least my spending all my second level spells earlier in the day did not backfire on me.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Hello.
Oh, you guys didn't have to fight the ghost. You actually talked it down. by realizing what the people look like and doing. That's good. Well done, you guys. I'm impressed by you.
Hooray!
You defeated that. Okay, the ghost. Technically, the ghost in itself is a challenge rating 6 encounter.
Wow.
He's legit. You were not beating him.
Wow.
And even if we did, he'd come back the next day and wipe the floor with us again. So it was,
ghosts are
yes, he does have the rejuvenation ability.
Now, was he actually a ghost or a haunt?
He's a ghost. He's an actual ghost, which surprised me in a second book of an adventure path.
Yeah.
What are you doing there, Whit?
It was a pure.
Oh, it's my cat.
It was a pure optional thing, right? So it was basically like, are we stupid enough to go into that ourselves? Yes.
Yes, you don't have to do the encounter. But if you think about it, you can actually do it. So his rejuvenation ability states that he's doomed to remain a ghost until either Justinia or her father forgive him.
So we were both right. We were both right.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the father angle too. Yeah, cool.
So it says a forgiveness made much more complex since both Justinia and her father have been dead for decades.
Well, that's because the Sar and Ray people are like honorable and don't think about lying to people. So
no, they don't think about that.
To them.
They don't think about like subterfuge as an option. No, they don't. Which is great, but I mean, he'd have kicked your ass. He has 85 hit points, and every time he touches you, he does 66 damage.
Oh my god! Yeah.
What?
Does he have that ghostly whale
6
thing?
6.
6d6. Oh, plus, but you can take a fortitude save. But he doesn't actually have a ghostly whale. He has a mournful whale. So it's like
19 damage on the first hit.
So it's 30-foot spread, will save, or become frightened for 2d4 rounds. It's a less
people.
Frightful Moan, which is a standard ghost ability. A character who is normally immune to fear but fails to resist the fail becomes shaken. So even an immunity to fear doesn't protect you. It's rough. Why did you just hit something with a power attack, Tim?
Yeah, I was just seeing what happens.
You wanted to see how he could
turn the damage. Is good.
So he did 24 damage on the attack that was 19 damage. So that was
cool. Tim.
What?
That's a lot of damage there, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was the striker of the group. Apparently, I'm just not.
Chat says you should smash all the pots and all the cupboards.
So how are the knights reacting as we actually? She should get all the credit that she vanquished the ghost.
So you leave the chapel and the knights are outside. They seem to have been they're kneeling on the ground praying, even though it's night. They have a fire going and they're praying to that.
Oh, hey, praying to a fire. I'm into that.
Yeah, they're praying. They have the holy symbols in front of them and they're praying to the fire.
Oh, I see a fire and I want to dance, and I also want to tell them that I have a reason for them to dance too.
The horned god has a dance.
Do we recognize?
Pray to the fire.
Fuck that! God has horns.
Did the ghost fight you?
Did the ghost? Oh, it was much different than that. I got to meet him, and I told him I forgave him, and he's gone. He just left.
You forgave him?
I forgave him. That's all he needed.
Forgiveness from you.
Me. Justinia forgave him.
Identity.
Oh. He looks like something just dawned on him. You forgave him as his lost love.
I did. Yes.
That was very clever. Huh.
Well,
I didn't think to do that.
Add that to your playbook.
There you go.
Lie.
I appreciate your help. Thank you so much. A couple of the human knights are kind of walking into the chapel and looking around, and then they come back out and they just kind of nod.
He won't be coming back.
He's gone.
I think he's happier now.
He's
I don't think
gone.
he's going to come back. I don't think he has a reason to.
You've sent him to the boneyard. I hope that Sarenrae accepts him and that Pharasma directs him to her embrace. We will pray for him.
Thank you.
Wait, what did you say? Pharasma's grace? Do we notice whatever object we were praying with?
Oh, they are followers of Sarenrae, who is the goddess of the sun.
And Pharasma is the guardian of the dead.
Oh, gotcha. I'm sorry, I'm just not familiar with the name.
Is the goddess of the dead, and all souls go to a place called the Boneyard, where Pharasma judges them and sends them to their eternal rest. So what they were saying is that they hope that Pharasma judges him and he ends up in Sarenrae's embrace. As in, Pharasma doesn't go, you were a shit and committed suicide, you can stay here and be mortared into the walls of my eternal, terrible, and dead city. They want him to go to Sarenrae.
Right. Okay, cool. I misunderstood. Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, and chat has put you a link to religion. Thank you, chat.
I'm healing Nicodemus, assuming he was healed with the I just healed Nicodemus because he was still down.
Oh, thank you. Yes, everyone gets healed, including the cat. I love that you're excited by the fact that this is the first encounter you managed to succeed without actually having to fight something.
We're lucky it wasn't a ghost
robot. Fighting is good. It's good to have the playing pay off, right? Otherwise, it just encourages more combat.
I agree. There's always other ways. I'm always happy for you to talk your way around things if that's what you want.
As long as he wasn't a ghost of a robot.
Way around things. I don't want you to just roll persuasion.
Right. Well, no, that's good. Yeah. Because otherwise, it shouldn't be just a
great job.
Yeah. Good job, Whit. MVP.
Thanks. Yay! Thank you.
Oh, I never wear orange. How orange I am.
Maybe that's what it is. Is orange is the color? Do you know what? And I'm using an orange notebook.
Hey, way to go! That's why we're connected.
And an orange mouse.
That's red.
You know what? I just want to make the point that thanks to
maybe
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a burnt orange color. This is red.
That is red.
Yep.
This
what
looks
are you saying,
red.
Bill?
I think this looks red.
In the lighting, it does. So does Tim's shirt.
Orange, red. Red.
Yep. Red.
Let's see some pink to compare it with, just to get the color right. Just.
I immediately started looking around.
I feel that means I have to explicit tag this, like I explicit tag
seriously, you haven't explicit tagged everything we've been in? Seriously?
Everything. Literally every recording on our website is explicit tag.
There you go. That's
Let's not lie again.
Honestly, I thought you only did that with Nick, but I guess not.
No, everything. Literally everything. There's no way I can say children of 8 or 9 can listen to this.
Oh, no. No.
The only problem is the ghost didn't have any loot for us.
I'm sorry it had no loot.
Hey, we got boons, man. I'll take
loot?
boons.
Are you kidding me? We got pure serious loot.
You were acknowledged by a god in the second book of an adventure.
That's pretty good.
Sure, you got a divine boon, man, and that's not even. Get a boon, it's not even like bad wine.
I should get a Sarenrae holy symbol for when I'm casting cleric spells improperly.
Improperly.
Has like every holy symbol.
Or he's been
I've got Bry and what's his face, the god of wrongful death, and
oh yeah, you have
Alexander, because he has the freaking holy symbols on Alexander. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, Rovagug. I found the Rovagug one. Here you go. What?
I found the Rovagug one.
Secret handshake.
So you have, hang on, you currently you're carrying holy symbols of Bry and Xiphus.
Yes.
Okay, very good.
I have holy symbol of mine, and I assume Tatia's got holy symbols of Desna.
Tim, who's your god? Oh, Nocticula.
Nocticula, yes.
What's your holy symbol look like?
You're a follower of Nocticula?
Yes.
Yep.
I don't even know what that is.
Sounds.
I'm more of the Greyhawk mythos and Forgotten Realms.
The follower of Nocticula, who was a demon goddess of succubi,
right? Yeah,
and redeemed. So he's a follower of Nocticula as the Redeemer Queen.
Naughty.
No, not naughty. She's the Redeemer Queen.
Her symbol is the thorny pointed crown.
Of artists, redemption.
Yeah, the symbol is almost like very druidic.
You're like, no.
Yeah, here we go. I'm uploading putting it in Discord. That's what the symbol looks like. It's like a very druidic looking, really.
That's the Redeemer Queen, not Nocticula.
Yeah.
So she was very, very bad, and then she became the Redeemer Queen. Her symbol is a moon with a pair of smirking lips and a 7-pointed crown.
Oh, that's a very different symbol than I just posted. I guess I was.
Yeah, that's when she was a demon lord.
Ah, well, that's
when she. Well, that's when she was the demon lord of Succubi, when it was like a two-pronged fork.
Ah, okay. So this picture here is probably not appropriate of what she looks like right now, then, right?
I think that's quite appropriate.
Yeah, that's not the picture she is currently, then. Okay. It must be nice to do, like, do-overs when you're a god. Just say, oh, I'm not that anymore, I'm this.
She wasn't a god. She was a demon. She was a demoness.
Yeah, this is the polar opposite of the fallen angel, right? The one that was
correct.
Who was that?
I like so Nocticula became the Redeemer Queen because she actually followed Sortion and
the Rune Lord
basically was allowed to be redeemed, which was kind of cool. So it's kind of a nice setup, all told. Hang on, copy image. Where are you posting that stuff?
Oh, I was just like off of Wikipedia. I put it in Discord.
Actual play game.
Oh yeah, that's the old Nocticula.
Yeah.
Nocticula. This is her current symbol.
That's very Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, the archdevil. Yeah, in Descent to Avernus, this is like different. Where this is a demon that's ascended to something good. In Descent into Avernus, the archdevil Zariel used to be like a Solar that fell, and is now one of the archdevils and one of the layers of Baator.
I like how it's like it's a big.
That lady looks naughty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
like
what she
actual naughty.
Yeah, so Zariel is this is the cover of the.
Wow.
I like that. Nocticula looks super naughty. Yes.
Well, I mean,
in the best kind of way.
She was a succubus, so the naughty has the context.
In the best kind of way.
And one of the holy weapons is whip, right? Right. And the holy scriptures say what the safe word is. The safe word is Blue dolphin this week.
I think we've secured the support of these
We
Knights
will
of Siren
also
Ray for
accept.
the moment, at least.
Say friend and enter. Quick, what's friend in Elvish? Quick, tell me. If I say friend in Elvish, I can enter. Wait, enter what?
Oh,
It's written on all the condoms around the base.
Exactly.
Just the elves never get to the base.
is written on all the condoms around the base.
Yeah, they just never unroll it that far because they're elves.
Yeah. It's like trying to put a hefty trash bag around.
Happy trash bag. Jesus Christ. That's awful.
All right, let's reel this back in, Al. The knights are extremely flabbergasted at Tatia's undead navigation, and basically it took the clerics of Sarenrae 100 years to not come up with the idea we came up with. So that proves our cunning and our value to the Church of Sarenrae.
Resourceful we are.
Can they tell we've been blessed? So...
Oh yeah, we have Sarenrae shooting out of all.
Just FYI, this is what Nocticular now looks like. I posted it to the chat.
Oh, okay. I like purple.
Classy.
Ooh,
this is like Londo Milano.
Like the classic companion version of the succubus.
Yeah. Hot.
Okay, I have to add that to the bucket list.
I understand your worship now, Iketsu.
I don't know, where are you guys posting this anyways? I keep looking on Discord to see it.
Actual play games. Go to the actual play games game recordings.
You see it, Timzo.
Actually, is that invite only, Hal? Does he have to be...
No, it's not. Tim should see it. You've got this, Tim. I have faith in your technical skill.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, it's actual play games under game recording.
Your technical skill.
There you go.
Hey, Wit.
Oh, that must be Thranduil. That must mean like the naughty.
This is what your god looks like.
Yeah, the stripper bikini is the former naughty version.
Yeah.
That's the redemption card. You
Blood
look like
for
a butterfly naked.
Naked butterflies.
Like a naked butterfly.
I'm a naked butterfly.
So what are the what are the knights doing after? Are they flabbergasted? Like, wow, this actually happened.
Thank you, Lord Aldronard will be happy in the embrace of Sarenrae. I am certain.
Indeed.
Is there anything else that we can do for you?
You have done far more than we could possibly imagine. You're welcome to stay here. We will be here for months yet on assignment. So please come back here, visit with us, do whatever you need to do. We will be here. We will look after you while you sleep. Anything you could possibly want, and any healing. Well, none of us are actually magically healing, but we will help you if you need.
That is very kind of you. I actually have an idea. Would it be okay for us to stay here?
Yes, absolutely. I heard you talking that you're going to Scrapwall. I would say that if you needed a place to retreat to or a place to come to that was safe, we would be here for you.
That would be incredible. We would really appreciate that. We would at least love to stay for the night, but that would be great. You are so kind. Thank you.
You are more than welcome, my lady. Congratulations on your achievement. It will go down in Sarenite legends, I think. You have laid to rest a place that was named after its ghost.
Well,
Now you
thank
got to
you.
get a new name for it.
Yeah.
Yes, true.
Maybe we can name it after one of you.
No, I think it should be named after you, my lady, somehow. Let us see where the stories take it.
Tatia's
I like
Redemption.
that idea.
Maybe. It is not for me to say what something is called, but the stories will out.
Well, friends, it sounds like we have a welcoming place to stay. What do y'all think about it?
It sounds like a good good alliance. And it's possible that Desna and Sarah and Ray might be having a cup of tea with each other to talk about.
Every Thursday.
Yeah. They're both goodies.
Yeah, except Death is probably trying to hit on her.
Probably.
I was thinking, since apparently the Lords of Rust know that their emissary to Torch has been put down.
But not how.
Right. But perhaps we should not be saying we are from Torch to trade. Perhaps we should be from elsewhere, or just here as general bad guys. We are on the run and need to hide out in the bandit city and be bad people or something.
Or maybe we're
Makes
from
sense.
Torch. Maybe that we're from Torch, but we fled Torch, and that would make them want to talk to us to get intelligence.
Yeah, but that could also make them want to go to Torch to get more information. So I could see we might want to come up with like a decoy location where we may be from, like a fake
a map of Numeria.
Yeah.
Say again, how? What?
We have a map of Numeria in the notes.
We have a map of Numeria in your notes.
Yeah.
If you want to reference the area.
Yeah.
We could be from Magith Machaldos or.
Not a great map. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a great map. There's Torch.
Right. Choking Tower. That doesn't sound good. Starfall.
No.
That's the capital-ish area in Silver Meadows.
That is the capital.
I'm sorry. What are you looking at?
The map of Numeria.
It's in your reference notes.
Oh, right.
In your journal, there's a map of Numeria.
Yeah.
And that's.
I got it. Yeah. I just wasn't sure if you had posted something somewhere. Gotcha.
Oh, I can. There you go. I have the magic buttons, dude. All the magic buttons.
Push the button.
There's Torch.
Well, I think for our story to hold water, we have to shoot from what we know. I know Torch pretty well, but I don't know a whole lot of depth of these other areas. If we're gonna try to keep our cover, I say stick with Torch, but just because we're part of Torch doesn't mean we're allied with everything that they do. So if they're trying to find out the fate of their fallen comrade, we might have knowledge of who did it.
But if
we could fabricate who it is, and then that's why we left Torch, was because things were getting hot and we were getting out of there.
But do we actually need to claim from anywhere? I mean, if this is a place of gangs, we could say we're all like Iketsu and just outcasts from somewhere else and wandering mopily. And
well, that's a fair point, but
we could be from
Nunya. What's our play though? Like what would we, if we interface with them, like if they show up, like who are you, what are you doing, what's our plan? To join them, to talk to their leader? What could we possibly bring to the table? We were coming here under the pretense of being traders, like to form a trade route between Torch and this place. But if they're a bunch of gangs, that might or might not interest them. But these Lords of Rust, it sounds like they have bigger plans that we aren't privy to yet or know of. But if these Lords of Rust are like, hey, they're Torch, they're trying to strike up an alliance, and they fled Torch, maybe they know something of what happened, we can at least meet with them and find out more information.
Well, it could be a Mad Max. We have to Thunderdome our way up the ranks to achieve worthiness to deal with the Lords of Rust or something to.
Possibly.
By way of ranks.
Buligup.
I love how you're picturing like Tina Turner standing on the top of this place when you get there.
Hey man, we were saying Bully. Well, but yeah, exactly. But Buligup could have been Master Blaster on top of Iketsu.
Yeah.
That's right. Iketsu plus Buligup equals Master Blaster.
You got it, man.
With reach.
Because Buligup is clearly the smart one.
or I could hop up on Iketsu back all C-3PO Chewbacca style. I'm the master. I could do shit with that, man. Light it up.
And while they catch all the attention, I will wander around the back and prepare to magic missile people from a safe distance.
Because
Missile, pew pew.
Because Alexander's so. Where's the Mountain Dew? Where are the Cheetos? All right. So I just don't know where to go from here. So we've got this place relatively secure. I think Iketsu's Tim's point is still valid. I mean, I'm not worried about it in the next day or so, but eventually the gang
Smilers?
is gonna, the Smilers are gonna come and like send
Look for the rest of their
updates
folks.
or send additional people here or ask for a report, or surely they were doing something here as part of a goal.
Well, the question is was that all the Smilers? That could have been all of them.
Yeah. Do the
Possibly
Sarnites
the entire gang.
know roughly how big the gangs are or how the rules work within Scrapwall?
Yeah. What can they tell us?
Since they're so close.
I've never been there. However, I understand that it is a disruly place of chaos and no laws. One does what one wants, one takes what one wants. They have a concept of scrap worth, which is how, I suppose, it's almost inconceivable to me, how worthy you are to be there and be respected. It is a measure of respect in Scrapwall, whatever those people think respect might be.
Might makes right. I can understand that.
I don't
okay.
So it's literally. So it's literally
I think
like
it's more complicated than that.
It's literally like Mad Max there in Scrapwall.
I think it is more strength makes right. Yes. One who is strong takes from one who is weak. One who achieves is more worthy than one who is not.
Same thing.
So if we go in and take out the rest of the Smilers, we will be more worthy in their regard.
But exactly. The Smilers were trying to get.
What the thing is, like, also, like, the Smilers could be like the little bitch gang. You know what I mean? Like, they're like very low on the totem.
I would assume so, since they actually came out to fight something outside of Scrapwall. I assume they're low on the totem pole. And so they would be the easiest to go for.
So ultimately, we came here. Let's rebase a little bit. We came here because some of that power was being diverted to this area.
Yes.
We're trying to find out where that receiving area is. Do we have any insight on how to detect when we're close to that? Because I was able to detect when we were close to the that power emanation when we were in the warehouse. I was the one who found it.
I assume the receiver would be passive for the most part. So other than being very technological and being vaguely antenna shaped at some point, maybe.
Well, they'd be obviously pissed that something was working and then stopped working. We just need to understand what that is and why. What were they using it for? Right?
Yes. Power something. Power something that they couldn't find a power source with a safe power source within 100 miles or more stable power source.
Ludicrous speed. Okay.
Ludicrous speed.
Do the Saran Saranites?
Saranite. Yeah.
Saranite. Know what sort of person Hellion is? They've had races for the rest of the majority of the Lords of Rust. Is Hellion a human or a...
They say, from what I hear, that he is a god, but that is ludicrous. There are no gods called Helion. I have studied as much as I possibly can, and there are none, but they worship him as one. Ludicrous, they say.
The pink-haired lady didn't have clerical powers.
Maybe just a powerful warlord, maybe a cleric of someone else, purporting to be something else.
Well, not to disrupt your thoughts of the verse, what comes first, the god or the worship? Think about that.
I think it is a little of both.
It's possible.
I think people
it's possible that he may become a god if they have enough people worshiping him. So, time to stop the worshiping.
So, trimming the flock.
I hear about the Starstone and how one may challenge it to become a god. I don't think one just becomes a god because people respect you. That would be disrespectful to our Lord, our mistress.
Well, I don't think that there's only the one God, but we'll see. Well, I think it's a matter of finding out.
Just one.
That's why there's not just
one.
It's more than likely a play at intimidation, try to sow others against fighting them.
We had long thought it was maybe a powerful cleric pretending to be a god. It is possible. Maybe a wizard with some illusion magics, that kind of thing. Maybe some unknown technology that they found somewhere out in this godforsaken wilderness.
Perhaps I say we go there and see.
You're going to Scrapwall. I wish you luck. We have a vessel on the river that you may take across if you wish. And we are here if you need to retreat.
Thank
you.
We
thank you greatly. In fact, if we have to, we'll probably have to come up with an alternate rendezvous point before we come here, because we don't want to lead them straight here. Obviously.
Does anyone have local?
Yes.
As a skill that they have points in?
Let me see.
I have points in knowledge local.
I am untrained.
8.
Brain's gonna suck, but you can try.
I can't tell if my stuff's rolling. Is it rolling or what the hell's going on here?
21. Oh, 18 and then 21.
You roll.
18.
Yay, 21!
Woohoo, he knows something. Well, it makes sense. He was from this.
Yeah, he's been around this area, right? So, between Bill and Tim, you know the following about Scrapwall. Scrapwall is a vast sprawl of junk and refuse, long picked clean of the most useful bits of salvage, and now home to outcasts and exiles.
So residents
of Scrapwall can earn a place in one of the region's many gangs by proving their bravery, ruthlessness, and audacity, qualities known collectively by locals as one's scrap worth. The higher your scrap worth, the more respect you're afforded, and the less likely you are to be bullied by any of Scrapwall's more powerful denizens. The current gangs of note within Scrapwall in ascending order of power are the Steel Hawks.
I'm sorry, was it? Hal, sorry.
Steel Hawks.
I want to write this down too, or thing. Are you writing down for us?
Yeah.
Was it ascending or descending?
Bottom up.
Okay.
Steel Hawks. Red
Hawks?
Tooth's Raiders. The Smilers. And the Lords of Rust.
So only 3.
Another group, the Thralls of Helion, seem to have recently been disbanded. Loners of significant power are believed to dwell within Scrapwall, including a mysterious worshipper of Bry, a powerful mutated manticore, and an unknown number of undead spirits that haunt the region's eastmost reaches. But most of those living in Scrapwall are riffraff and lowlifes known collectively as scrappers, exiles and vagabonds who pay tribute to one of the region's gangs for protection, but have no affiliation of their own.
So Smilers weren't in that list at all?
Smilers were the third one. Steelhawks, Red-Tooth's Raiders, the Smilers, and the Lords of Rust.
Okay.
Can we have that in or Hal, actually, I think you might need to create it. We have party inventory already. Can we have party as well so we can all contribute to it? Because I'm trying to capture notes, but then if Thing is doing it, I just feel if we had a central part of notes, we could all refer to it.
So
I gotcha. Hold on.
So we know. So we know the order of the hierarchy. What we ran into at this base, do you think from that our common knowledge of the area, do we know that there's actually more of them?
What are you saying? Can't quite hear you.
If they're the third from the bottom, I'm betting there's more than just the 6 or 8 we ran into here, but
yeah.
But
what are you saying?
What I'm saying is, if they're a third on the hierarchy, do we know just from knowing that we know that there's more of them, the Smilers?
Yeah, you would imagine so.
Okay.
I mean, there must be a reasonably large gang, right?
So, do we do we know anything about the gang? That was this just like a small branch, or this was just the outsiders just doing thing, or?
You have no idea.
That could be trouble for this castle because it might be.
Well, it's
true. They're in better.
I mean, they think that they attacked this place because of retaliation against something that happened.
Oh, so they attacked us for retaliation. We should have asked the knights if they ran into the Smilers before.
No, we have had encounters. Most of the time, all of the gangs stay within Scrapwall. It doesn't behoove them to try to look to expansion. They're more about consolidation of power. Fighting amongst themselves.
Okay.
Makes sense.
But there's some goal. We just aren't privy to it yet, or it's not clear unless you're on the inside as to what these, like the Steelhawks, Red-Tooth Raiders, these are, essentially ascending order. So like Steelhawks is at the bottom, Red-Tooth Raiders, Lords of Rust apparently are at the top. Your scrap is equal to your power, audacity, and cunning, essentially.
Scrap worth.
So I'm betting we have to Thunderdome our way up and prove our worth fighting or something.
Yeah, so do we want to say that we're again took out the Smilers? Or is that going to be too ballsy? Right? I mean, we don't want to make all of a sudden there's a bunch of Smilers. Like, looks like the Smilers were just below Lords of Rust. There might be another 20 in there. They're going to kick our ass.
I mean, we could just be a band of mysterious, unnamed, unknown people from the wilderness that are here to kick butt and make names for ourselves.
Mystery is kind of intimidating.
Well, do we have a reason to go to Scrapwall?
Yes, to fuck shit up.
Well, besides that.
Well, we believe that there was an attempt to take away power from the town of Torch and divert it to Scrapwall.
For unknown purposes.
For unknown purposes. We're trying to find out where and what they might be using that power for. So,
because if they try it again, they could just blow up the whole town of Torch, and we don't want that.
Or the entire area.
Okay. Well, that's something my character.
It's a noble cause.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about averting
a sacrifice.
We're talking about averting a cataclysm that could rival Starfall. Like, we could be destroying swaths of the land if we aren't careful. So we're trying to avoid that.
So we do have a reason to eventually to go to Scrap.
Yes. Figure out what they were doing, and if they were doing it, if they're at the top of the hierarchy, or if they were doing it for somebody else, and we have to go to another town and fight our way up. But sounds like best bet. Is there a official entrance to Scrapwall, or?
Yes, there is a gate.
Okay.
You could potentially climb over, but it is dangerous, and you may never know whose area you'll fall into.
Oh, so do we also know about Scrapwall, how the land is divvy up among the gangs? Like, is the east, the east side?
Okay. It depends on who is who and where and what happens, and no, there's no constant.
Sounds like we're gonna have to reconnoiter and play it by ear.
Or we could go from the outside of Scrapyard and try to find out more information.
We could wander around. I mean, if there's a official entrance, there might be some secret bolt hole exits entrances, but those would be hard to find.
So with our common knowledge of the area, do we know gain our scrap worth to make it like we're worth something?
It's not something you can pretend to have. It's something that you get from acknowledged deeds.
So would taking out Smilers, would that be a...
We'd probably have to come in with their heads or something to prove that we'd taken them out, if that.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if we can actually take on it.
Turning up to a place.
Hey, were these your people?
Yeah, like put them like in a bag and like start
just grab a head.
Found these guys.
I found this. It's missing the rest of its body.
Depending on which gang mans the gates, that could be really good or bad depending on how they feel about the
person's body that I bring.
It wouldn't be the first time I've worn a different person's face. I mean, come on, really? Just shave their faces off and say, "Hey, look, skin."
I mean, we could disguise ourselves as Smilers and going, "Hey, we're coming home. Let us in. We know the secret knock."
So, to disguise yourself as Smilers, you'd have to hack your cheeks off.
As the one with boobs in the group, how safe am I going to be in there? How do they treat women? I know that sounds kind of silly, but I'm being serious.
But you've got a hat of disguise. Switch that. Go transgender with a wave
Well, you're
of
also
fingers.
a very tough woman, so you're one of the strongest members of the party.
Strong women.
Well, I mean, to be honest, one of the Lords of was a woman because we killed her. Just saying.
This is true. But she may have also had to work extra hard to get that street cred and not to be treated like a hooker.
Well, and this cleric bride, Davinia or whatever we're supposed to look up, is living in there, so apparently she's able to at least hold her own.
Yeah. Okay.
So individual power, but again, it's acknowledged, right? So individual power, in order for it to be acknowledged, means people are going to be sticking their nose in our shit until we kick enough ass, take enough names to quote get that street cred. So we really want to go that route.
How does one of us want to act like a captive?
No,
I don't think that will gain us much impress.
I guess that's right, because we just go ahead and kill him, huh?
Well, I mean, we either fight our way in, or we talk to the people at the gate and see if they have anybody they want us to beat up on their behalf, and then gain some value that way.
The only problem with that is if you talk to the person, be going the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yes,
I mean,
that's why I shouldn't be the one to talk to them. I am bad at that.
The thing is, this whole town, what we're finding is not a single form of government. There's no one faction, right? It's sort of like us to get what we want. We have to, assert ourselves in some way. So now, how overt do we want to be? I can't just sneak in as a solo guy. I could, If you guys want to go in as a group and say, hey, we're here to hook up with the baddest asses in town, then you kind of have to maneuver that. But if I were to come in and say, I'm just here to see what the scene's like, don't mess with me, and I open up my sack and there's 7 or 8 smiler faces that have been peeled off that I throw on the ground, they're not going to screw with me. But then we have 2 angles. We're splitting the party, right? I have my individual route that I could find the lady that is the priest of Bry, and you guys could go the route of, hey, we're wanting to get into Thunderdome, kick the ass of your champion or something. I don't know. How do you guys want to play this?
No, it's a good idea. At least make sure that we have more than one option. Get one of us in there, since we're not really sure what to expect as far as approval is going to be when we show up to the party.
And if I'm on my own, I could potentially spring you guys if you guys get captured, put somewhere, or whatever. I mean, it's just a thought.
I do prefer the safety of numbers, but if you prefer going solo,
no, I prefer being the ace in the hole. There's the difference. I'm not keen on going by myself. I trust back, but I hope you trust me to have your back. So my thought is,
how do we know if there's anybody that lives? Do we know if anybody that lives outside the scrapyard? Like they can't make it inside.
Everyone except inside.
Huh?
Everyone except for the people who live inside.
Right.
I mean, there's no one who lives specifically on the outside that you know.
Okay.
I mean, it's gang territory on the inside.
Okay.
And it's not a small place.
So we don't know anything. We're going in cold, right? So what I normally do, and this is Kiernan, right?
You know plenty. You know kind of how the place works. You know some of the players in the place.
Yes.
You know
I meant
what the place like. I mean, it's not like you're going completely blind.
That's true. That's not fair. What I meant was Kiernan's expertise is in using the letter of the law to twist the spirit of the law, right?
I don't think these things are based on writing.
Yeah, so what he does not know and what about is he doesn't understand the dynamics between the gangs. So what I'm thinking is, Bill, the player, how would we go in there and intimidate or convince one gang that we're part of a different gang? Or we don't know how these gangs interrelate. Like the Smilers, we just kicked a bunch of asses of the Smilers. Does everyone love the Smilers and we're now going to get fucked over by everybody? Or does do the Red Tooth Raiders hate him?
Or you could be like, hooray!
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like if we knew that Red Tooth Raiders, for example, hate the Smilers, we could go to the Red Tooth Raiders and say, hey, we're interested in joining your gang, and then throw the peeled off faces of all the Smilers we killed. Hey, look at that. Hey, we want to be one of yous.
I guess it sounds like we need to sneak into town and see what these people want.
Or come in the gate and see what kind of entry procedures they have.
Or we could sneak in, ask the priestess of Bry that you guys know is here, and see if she can give us intelligence on some of these answers.
But I don't think they have a directory to find people, but yeah.
So we're gonna carry like a whole bag full of Smilers, like dead body, like
dead
faces.
No, just the faces.
Just the faces. We're not monsters.
Yeah, I mean, just exactly.
We're just borderline.
We just skinned their faces off.
It's a lot lighter. I mean, if you the dangled holy symbol of Asmodeus from his chest. No, but I guess I just don't know player cards. Do we go in overtly and say, knock knock, let us in, let's pay the strong-armed extortion fee, or do we jump the wall and sneak in? That's my vote. I plan on doing that. if it's a survival of the fittest, being one of the fittest, but if we go in at the behest of the people guarding the gate, now everyone knows there's new people in town, and they're all going to want to know who that is.
Yeah,
that
they
might not
want
be
to
good
get,
for us.
you know, yeah.
I remember that green guy. He was this guy who was getting his ass kicked by these middle snakes.
I'm not good at subterfuge, but and I'm very crunchy on my own, so I'd prefer to go in with others. But
so you and Scooby go with Velma to the north gate, and Daphne and I will go over the.
And if we don't hear from you in 3 days, we will assume the worst. And
so well, Daphne... one thing is, one definitely for sure, we should not be split up at all. Like I think that's
splitting the party is usually bad.
Yes, it is terrible.
I mean, unless we want fewer ways to divide the treasure in the future, then splitting the party's the best idea we have going.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say something as I say it. I read the comment in Twitch, and it aligns exactly with what I was thinking. We need to find a snitch, and what is it, Urchin Timmy? Yeah. Timmy. Timmy. we need someone to give us the lay of the land for a few pieces, you know. I'll polish your shoes and tell you everything you need to know, Governor.
Well, I mean, if they have a gate, they must have some sort of a petition to enter and whatever system. As long as we don't have to give up all our weapons and whatnot, which sounds like it'd be a wholly bad idea.
Well, but then, like I said, you're announcing yourself when you're bearing your soul. I plan on going over the wall.
You plan on splitting yourself from the rest, okay?
If someone who can't tell a lie and can't sneak and hates meatbags goes to the front gate, yeah, I'm going to go over the wall a little bit.
I can tell a lie. I'm just not the most believable. Cat butt.
Dun, dun, dun,
dun, Look dun, at dun, it. Dun, dun, Sorry, dun, dun. It was just right there.
It was.
She was showing the YouTube video of cats, the ones with the buttholes.
No. He just happened to put his butthole in front of the camera. I did not turn that camera directly into my cat's butthole. There was a very big difference.
Is that the Starkiss tuna fish? Circa.
Oh my goodness. You know what? He's a spoiled baby. Whenever I open up cans of tuna, I put the tuna fish water in let him drink it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. I did. Really? I actually made myself a tuna fish sandwich today and let him have tuna fish water. Yeah.
That is a pretty
He's
spoiled,
a spoiled kitty.
So should we, as a backup plan, just carve up the faces and throw them in a bag of the smilers that we took out?
I think we should do it for fun and for safety.
If they're still around after the serenades and stuff.
You know, Tatia, I think Desna might not be right up your alley.
I think Tom Cocoon would be better as a god choice.
Faces, always good to have.
Never know.
Because I mean, we're both the face of the group. Get it? Yuck, yuck. All right. We'll just do Silence of the Lamb, Hannibal.
Oh, jeez.
Right there. There you go.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
Hey, that's what Leatherface did, one of the great philosophers of the day. So I mean, and he's from Texas, Hal. Come on.
Oh God. I remember when the remake came out.
You know what? I don't think I saw the remake. I saw the original when I was like 6 or 7.
The original is terrifying.
I turned out okay. Oh yeah, that's good.
God, like I mean, it's really old, but
I grew up on chop and drop movies.
So what's the plan? How we're gonna get into there? Are we gonna go to the front, or we're actually trying to sneak in? Which half of us can't even sneak in, and only one person can actually sneak in.
I vote for the
I
gate.
thought a
Since
fast
I'm not a
pass.
sneaker.
Yeah. So the thing is if we think about this social mannerism, there's all these gangs. If you're not part of a gang, you're prey. How do we knock, knock, knock? Hey, we want to join up. What's the plan there? That's the key, right? When we get in.
I assume that's why they have a front gate and
or another plan is to take out one of the gangs, like the Steelhawks, take them out and just become our new gang.
Yeah,
depends if there's 20 or 30 or 5
yeah,
of
we
them.
don't know who's we don't know who exactly. We don't know who's answering the gate. If we see that there's Smilers answering the abort.
I
right?
mean, if the Steelhawks are the lowest people on the totem pole, they might also be willing to partner up to have us help take down the next people to move ahead. And
yeah.
Well, it sounds like to me it's just a very cut, like the strong, the strong prey on the small. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think there really only is one plan. We go in. If somebody swings at us, we swing back.
I don't think there's anything to lose by going to the entrance and seeing if they will let us in officially, or if we have to then, okay, we will go away and then we try and enter.
They've got to be used to seeing all kinds of people. As long as we look like trouble, I think we're going to be fine. We just walk in, and if anybody gives us trouble, then that gives us an opportunity to kick somebody's ass and show some muscle. I doubt anybody who's going to be right around the front gate that's just going to be sauntering around is really going to be anybody that important. They're probably going to be easy pickings
Yeah. So once again, the Twitch mirrors what I was about to ask, and that is, we have to come up with our own gang name or something, right?
Toilet paper.
Meat bags.
The Star Knives.
Yeah, but if we call ourselves the Star Knives, everybody's immediately gonna Desna.
No, you sure about that? The ninjas.
Yes, everyone's sure.
But ninjas have star knives. No one fucking. No one actually sees ninjas. Bam!
I mean,
not there. We're not there yet.
I mean, if we were a higher level, I'd just say fireball anytime anybody asks who we are. But
Fireball enemas. Fireball enemas.
It's a hell of a whiskey too. So there you go.
Chat's suggesting murder hobos, but that's a bit done, unfortunately.
I like fireball enemas.
Oh, the ghost whisperers.
Fireball.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't currently have a party name. That's all I'm saying.
We probably don't want to go in and say, we're Knights of Sar and Ray come from the temple, so we probably want
Knights of enemas.
Yeah, there's a lot of butt things you're talking about.
Chat like
the Anal Intruder 2000.
We could be the spoiled meat bags because we're a little off.
Spoiled meat bags. Right.
Bad meatballs. Oh God.
Wait. What's a good gang name from Borderlands 3? Not Children of the Vault. That's weak. But what's another one?
Children of the Vault.
Crimson Raiders.
Yeah.
Red Suns.
The Red Suns. Vaughn's groups go by a couple of different names.
Well, Vaughn's the guy with the Vaughn's the guy in the.
I mean, we could also just be the Blood Feuds. Blood Feud.
Or the Bloods and the Crips.
The Claptraps.
After Bonsai.
Oh God.
I posted you a link in the Twitch chat to help
you.
The Order of the Infernal Scepter.
Rancid meat bags.
I want to do the Order of the Infernal Scepter.
I posted you a link to help you.
Yes, Warriors. Great movie.
21 gang names.
Our High Cleric. That's amazing.
Yikes! That's the invoked patron.
Harrison's.
Got this, people.
Ooh, the Satan Mothers. Satan's Mothers.
Chat butts.
Saying it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Which movie?
Warriors, come out and play.
Are you not looking at the link I posted in the Twitch chat?
Mhm.
I'm not. Let's go. Oh, the mental floss.
No. Well, yes, that's the link.
The Kurgans.
20 Streetcase.
The Rogues? Is that Joaquin Phoenix?
Yep.
Is that him?
It's a little young, early for him, though.
It sure looks like him, though, but he doesn't have the cleft lip, though. Huh, okay. Well, let's take a look here.
What's the plan, kids?
Well, I mean,
I was looking up Borderlands and gang names. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. List that's a little more classic.
The
on
Colt
gang,
45s. That's amazing. That won't work with this setting, though. But
right?
We can have Billy D. Williams as our holy symbol hanging around our necks. The Colt 45s. Nice. And Lando Calrissian, nothing could go wrong there. All right.
Shit.
All right. So
Friends of Death.
Gosh damn.
Sun Smashers. That was the name of the other group that Vaughn had. The Sun Smashers. That one's kind of cool.
That's a good name.
The Gangy McGang faces. Cute. I think that was my favorite.
We could do the Timmies because everyone's like, my ass was kicked by the Timmies.
Timmies. Oh, it's the Timmies. You're the Urchin Gang.
How about the Children of Cyberdyne? No, all right. Yeah. So yeah, we can move on here. We don't want to get wrapped around the axle.
Ooh, no, the name is very important. This is like picking a screen name, okay?
Wow.
This is a really big.
I like the rancid meat bags. Let's do that
I
one.
did too. Oh man, I do too. We could be the exceptionally good-looking people.
Or the body bags, we could call.
Right. Meat bag league.
Well,
the handsome jackoffs.
That fits for Tatia, but the rest of us are a little.
What is the Lilith Crimson Raiders?
Oh yeah.
That was on Borderlands 3.
So that must be Crimson Raiders is like the main group that
we could be the technically
Firehawk run.
That will get us killed.
Technically. Maybe you could be the Technic Club.
Yeah. Ganja Club.
Ganja Club.
Right.
Oh my god. I don't even know what word they're really saying when they say that.
Fucking voodoo magic man.
Ganja Club.
I love how you spent. I love how you spent 20 minutes talking about a gang name that may or may not be important. It makes me super happy.
Well, it's actually like a merc name that we've been trying to come up with too. We had.
Can you just translate, meatbag into infernal or something and use that,
Ooh, what if we like put it up to a vote or something? Like come up with a couple of them, maybe some users submitted, and do it for a vote.
That'll move fast.
Won't it? It'll be something terrible, and you know it.
Yes,
oh, yeah, it's gonna be some.
Exactly why we should do it.
Well, Hal's gonna have to bleep it out anyways.
Yeah.
Do that.
I believe.
We just call ourselves the Granny Rapers and move in,
Oh Jesus.
Oh my god, I cannot do that. My grandmother will come down from heaven and slap me stupid. Like, oh god. I already feel bad. I'm sorry, Grandma.
I mean, if you want to be bad.
Right.
Yes, but we have a really good relationship. I don't want to be on her bad side. I'm hoping she's putting in a good word for me upstairs.
Oh, didn't somebody already say the power of the stars?
Shadows.
Or the guts and
garters.
Yeah.
Guts and garters.
Tassactus. I tried to.
Gosh. What about the Team America and Mino?
Or we call ourselves the cryo element.
Cryo.
I like chat's suggestion of Team Alpha, super awesome, cool, dynamite
Wolf Squadron. Yeah, that's where I got Tassactus. I was like, could I do like an abbreviation?
That's pretty great. I like that. I like that one.
That's great.
Team Alpha, super awesome, cool, dynamite wolf squadron. I like that one. It's good.
It's got a certain ring to it.
Whoa. I'd love to have you say it seriously in a role-playing context. It'd be great. Hi, what gang are you part of?
I'm part of. I'm getting part of games.
Every time we had a conversation in character, just to make you say it.
Team Alpha, super awesome, cool, dynamite wolf squadron.
And while they're halfway through repeating it, we kill them.
Hey, what about making it simple? The Agents of Mayhem. I don't know.
Or how about totally a real gang in a different language? Totally. Okay, hold on a second.
Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yeah.
Good taken.
Not really. Not technically.
Totalmente una pandilla real.
Oh.
Totalmente una pandilla real.
Banditos El Caliente.
all of a sudden in D&D land, where we don't know why.
Totally a real gang.
I'm just going to throw that everyone has a cooler group name than you people.
Oh yeah.
That's all.
That's why we got to kill other people.
Hey, I know. I got it in hell, like it from the Human League. It screws over Alexander at the Human League, and it goes into his meat bag.
Meat bags.
I can pose for human. My head will let me do that.
It's true.
So meat bag in Spanish is bolsa de carne.
In the middle of the street.
So if we want to be meat bags, then you would be bolsas de carne. So if we want to be bolsas de carne, we can be meat bags.
Works for me.
Yeah, it's true.
Bolsas de
Really?
carne. But you have to say it very sexy. Bolsas de carne.
Sultry.
Arr.
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 Sound like a Spanish pirate.
Okay, what's in charge of saying the name then, I guess?
Bolsas de carne. It's a temporary placeholder. I'm not sold on it.
What about you, Tim?
I don't know. We spent like a half an hour. We spent a half an hour trying to figure out a name.
I was trying French, but it's not very sexy.
Omelette du fromage.
No, it's saca viande.
Perdón.
Anything that starts with sack is never a good choice.
Tengo carne.
Here's one. I got
I have meat.
I got one from the Klingon translator here. That means dead meat. Or no, kill enemy. Kill enemy.
Equipo de carne. Meat team.
Meat team.
Yeah, equipo de carne.
Team meat.
It's nice you're taking your group name seriously. I think we've lost word. I think we've lost. Hey, if all else fails, Team Meat can always set up a mail broth.
Well, there's always the meat pinatas.
Scrotum pinata.
Wow. That's what happens when you start looking at Twitch chat to get names.
Scrotum pinata. That's the hazing right there. There's there's canvas sacks and reeds, just like Dr. Evil proclaimed.
El Grande Gigante.
I'm.
Right there, Wit.
Yeah.
Hey, you could be the pimp. You could be the pimp of meat team.
The madam of team meat.
Did somebody order a large meat with sausage?
She's officially called
Pizza delivery.
It's like when you go to like a sad country place with a pub and they've got like a stripper on and it's a guy and there's like a couple of them and they're just not very good. So they can be like, meat, and they're just quite disappointing.
And the secret is you have to order the pizza with double anchovies.
Fong Joe.
That's I like it. I mean, ultimately, I think the problem is the lack of anchovies there.
Plenty of meat, only one potato.
That's let me use one potato. Thank you very much. I love how Tim's like straight faced as fuck through this whole thing.
What have you gotten yourself into, Tim?
He's just on chapter 4 of the Ewok clown porn going on right now.
I know.
Ewok clown porn.
Wicked Warriors.
He's on the haiku with. I mean, I don't know. It's crazy.
we could be the edgelord.
Yeah, we lost her.
Wit's gonna break a bladder lining. I think she's gonna.
I knew there was going to be problems. Edgelords of Team Meat.
Yeah. Edgelord Avengers.
I'm just going to assume that Team Meat here on out. And whatever euphemism happens is whatever happens.
she's in Texas again, so Wicket does Dallas takes on a total different.
I'm a captain of Team Meat. It's just a gift that keeps on giving.
Oh,
From now on, Team Meat. And that's going to be what happens in every description I write for everything going forward. Like in this episode, Team Meat does this.
We've advanced to chorizo.
You're not
That'll be
good
that'll be the ranks in the game. Oh, you're just ground beef. You're ground sirloin, but you're filet.
Not close to spicy enough to be Team Chorizo. You're like Team Chuck right now.
When I get to Fireball, maybe, you know.
You're only like 30, 70.
At least we're not tripe.
You know it's really funny how like on the Twitch screen, like our characters haven't moved the entire night. They've like stayed there. So people are like tuning in. They're like, "What the f?" They haven't gone anywhere in the last, like 4 hours.
You'd be surprised how often I edit these recordings. That's actually true. But honestly, you did a lot tonight. You've laid a ghost to rest with some role playing, and you've come up with the amazing name of Team Meat.
We also had to reconnoiter the town to try to find out where we're going.
Tim wrote a haiku.
And I fixed the wall.
Actually, I have several haikus written down.
Oh my gosh, please. We've got to hear the rest.
Only have 2 syllables.
So you need to write a haiku that meat and different grounds of.
Well, the great thing about Team Meat is it's the same backwards and forwards.
There's ground beef, ground chuck, ground sirloin.
Yeah,
and there will be part of the inner circle that's actually the Kobe and the Wagyu.
It's the E and A are reversed. It's a near palindrome.
I can't see from the tears in my eyes.
So all the leaders that are male will be the Wagyu, and the females will be the Kobe.
Really? Is that how it goes?
Well, the Wagyu, yeah, we got the Wagyu.
I thought we were a bit more like roast beef.
Sushi.
You guys haven't been roasted. You're just like chip steak at this point. Good steak, baby. I love it.
Kobe.
Okay, what's team meat up to?
I believe we're going to rest till morning, regroup spells. I'm going to swap back out from being all.
I'm sorry, I'm not accepting that. Every time you say "we," you have to use the term "team meat."
Team meat. As the wizard of team meat, I'm going to regroup my spells to not be all make whole because
it'd be terrible to just make whole with team meat.
Make whole resurrects the cow, right?
I think I want to do the opposite of that when we go into. I think I actually want to make holes rather than make things whole.
Make holes instead of make whole.
Yeah.
Now is that HOLE or HOL?
You'll find out.
That's the key. It depends on how tired he was.
That's right. You mispronounce a spell, or you have a stuttering problem with the wizard. You're fucked, dude.
or other people are.
Hey, Hal, does Scrapyard, does it have a Scrapwall? Does it have a form of currency, or is it a bunch of bartering?
Maybe. I mean, generally they'll take any kind of actual coin, probably, and they'll also take the silver disc.
Yeah, Tim, I don't know if you know what a silver disc is. Essentially a drained battery cell that is used as currency because it's high tech from the alien technology.
How many high discs do we have?
Quite a bit.
Well, you have a lot. We had a lot, so I don't know whether you converted them.
Yeah.
Spent a bit. There's still some in the party pot. I've got a few. I assume everybody has a little bit of their own cash.
I think I converted mine into money. We have.
It is money.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I think I converted it or did whatever. I just translated it into the money. So I don't have a differentiation between gold versus silver disc. I just have like a amount of gold.
Oh, I kept mine separate because.
Should we have kept them separate? Am I dumb, pal?
Silver discs. Well, silver discs aren't very useful. They are just coins. You can convert them if you want to. It's however you want to deal with the money. But once they're converted, you can't get them back as silver discs, I wouldn't imagine.
I just kept mine separate for flavor.
Yeah, for flavor. I would have left them as silver disc had I known to convert. Put them back to what they were. I think I had most of my gold as silver discs actually. So what's the conversion?
10 to 1.
10.
Yeah, 10 to 1.
Oh, okay.
They're equivalent to platinum pieces.
Gotcha. So what I'll do is I'll say.
Wow, I actually have a little more money left than I thought.
So is our plan just to go to the front gate? Is that our plan?
I think so.
So do we all want to go to the front gate, or do we want to have? In case
I don't want to
go south, and I can.
But if you want to hide and try and stealth, I mean that's your bag.
All right, I'm going to hide my thieves' tools on my person, and yeah, I'm gonna stealth away my tools in the bottom of my boot, and then we'll all go together then.
Okay.
Take the boat across the thing, go up to Scrapwall.
So I'm going to point to the point that we now are at 15 minutes past midnight for Bill. Do we want to call it before you hit Scrapwall?
Are you suggesting we do as the Megamind here?
Yeah, DM hint, is there
counters on the opposite side that will take time?
Okay. Then I think we should.
Quite a somewhat significant amount of time, depending on what you do.
Here, I gotta mute for a second.
So,
I wrote a haiku for you.
We're not usually the quickest to do things.
Yeah, if we might need to.
Would you like me to read the haiku I wrote for you?
That's the name. Same about the name.
It says, Team Meat did great stuff. They helped a ghost find his rest. Shame about that name, really.
I think from a gang perspective, that gang name has power and it invokes many thoughts. So I think it's solid.
Anyone like Team Meat is gagged on your enormous penis.
Well, it's like that hat that you wear that everybody knows you're not afraid of anything if you wear that hat.
You take trophies, but only from the boys. I mean, that's what it says to me.
Hey, everybody's got meat of some sort.
That's true. Everyone does have meat of some kind.
I mean, I don't want to go into the Smiler territory, but...
Yes.
Wait. What do you think of the haiku I wrote? I wrote you a haiku. It's in the chat. Not just for you, but for the whole team. I could write you one, I guess.
Team Meat did great stuff. They helped a ghost find his rest. Shame about the name, really. I love it. Very nice.
Haikus are easy. You got this, Tim.
This is so good. Japan is going to declare war.
Hey, if this gets more Japanese people following the stream, I'm all about it.
So we get XP for putting a ghost to rest?
Of course.
Yay! And for coming up with such an awesome team name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you get experience for that too.
Qlippoth-spawn.
So let me see. Find the ghost. Where are you, ghost? Go. There you are. Okay, for laying Aldronard to rest, you get 2,400 experience.
Nice. And we're dividing 5 ways now?
You are. Also, Tim wrote a haiku, so you can have an additional 100 experience.
For the haiku?
So that's 500 apiece?
Yes.
So only... Oh, we all get it?
No, everyone gets it. And then it just means you all get 500 instead of whatever thing was about to work out.
Cool.
So that
good work, that.
Yay! Puts us to 11,043.
Good job, everyone.
11,043.
Go team.
So we just need 5,000 or 4,000 more to get to 5th level. And then fireball. And I can actually craft magic things then.
That's exciting.
How did you just post that?
Kamehameha! Good job, team. Meat.
Good job, team.
So, when next shall we meet?
Oh,
But next Friday.
All right, so what was the final XP thing? Sorry.
11,043.
Cool, thanks.
Here you go, Wood. As soon as you see sad, I wrote you a haiku.
Tatia helped today. A sad ghost was laid to rest. She was super awesome. Yay!
Tatia laid a ghost.
That's right.
What?
That's right. I have love for all.
Hello, Weasley. Weasley's come to say hi.
Aww.
I do not
How's Weasley doing?
say no.
Weasley's doing okay, actually. He's on special food now for his UTI, and he's doing really great. And he's still on some pills, but he's quite a happy boy.
Hooray! That's great.
Good. I was worried when he had to go back to the vet. That was sad.
There he is. Weasley.
Aw.
Hey, little man. There he is. He's doing super good. He went back because he was still marking. But it was fine. He was empty. He was it's stuck in his head that he needed to use his literal life.
Yeah.
He's now eating special food that has tryptophan in it, and he has special food that's good for his UTI condition. Apparently, it's common in male cats to get blocked.
Yeah.
So apparently there's a surgery where they can rewire his pee hole to a newly created hole, so he would pee like a girl, which is, if it happens again, what we have to do with him.
Can you let me know how much that's going to cost? Because if that happens to Totoro, I hope that that is something I have the money in my back pocket for.
It's like 3,500.
Holy moly. Yeah, that's, but I mean, like, I
Can't
don't
you just
know.
use an ice pick and do the same thing? Yeah, I just asking.
I mean, apparently it can't be done by a standard vet. It has to be done by a specialist surgeon.
Of course, because, why have it be cheap?
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody's going to take your piss hole and rewire it, I would like it to be done by a specialist piss hole rewirer.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's one thing you really don't want to go wrong.
Right? I'm sorry to say, but
And you're like, God damn it!
please, just do a hack job on my penis. That's what you're basically saying right there.
Here, we've got this paper shredder over here. Just put your dick right in the top of it.
Hedwig.
Aw,
right?
Got an angry inch.
It's like the holes for the whack-a-mole game. It pops up, pops up, pops up.
Right? Poor old weasel. He did good though. But apparently he got to a point where he was totally blocked, so they had to put a catheter in him, and he was in the hospital for 4 days.
That stinks. I guess that happened while I was on my way here.
Yeah, it was like last week before last.
Yeah,
so he was
because I remembered whenever he first got back from the vet, and we put off playing that day.
Right.
And then okay, I guess I must have missed that he went back. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm glad he's back home.
He stayed for 4 days, and then he went back in for a day.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's okay. He stayed so the 4 days, and when he got back after the 4 days is when we postponed, and then we had another day where he was in a week, just where they wanted to monitor him just to be sure. But it's good. He's doing okay. But he's still on a sedative and also a steroid. So we'll see how he does off of those.
And how much of those Leah and Hal are taking, we'll never know.
Right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Good boy. So apparently a lot of it's caused by stress. So hopefully that's what the tryptophan food is for. It's to reduce his stress.
So can't you just smoke pot and blow it into his face? Same.
Yeah, basically. Well, he's already on CBD oil.
Yeah.
We give him CBD oil every day.
Yeah.
All the cats get it to chill them out.
So you'll never know if he's actually no longer having the issue or tweaking from withdrawal when you take him off all shit.
Right. I mean, ultimately,
he's like, hey man, what the hell, man? Dave, he's got the stuff. Give me the shit, man.
Man.
He's gonna be all cheap.
On his sedative, he's so out his third eyelid starts to close and he can't control it.
Hey guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna spend time for Becca because I'm going back to Houston.
Hi, Jim. How's it going?
I'm sorry. I'm going back to Houston tomorrow morning.
Your team meet?
Yes.
Hey, Becca. I'm part of team meet.
Proudly.
But yeah, because I'm going back to
Today
Houston.
You became a cutlet.
So I'm going back to Houston early tomorrow.
Tim, you better go. Yeah, use those extra minutes. Make sure she's happy.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Night,
All right,
night.
Thanks, Tim.
Say good night. Night, y'all.
Good times.